Hopefully this is good, but I mean, it's our first expo, so it's probably not going to be. It usually takes a couple tries to get it right.
Well, it's finally time. Sup, y'all? It's me. It's your boy Asmongold, and I'd like to welcome all of you to the Otk Games Expo live from the We Play studio. We have a lot of games to look at, over 40 today, and there are going to be a bunch of different games, and you guys are going to be getting involved as well. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to show you all
40 games. That's going to be so long.
Down, because obviously we're going to have the trailers, we're going to go through all of that stuff, but on top of that, we're actually going to be doing interviews with some of these developers live here in the studio.
Oh, I feel like as streamers who've reacted to a lot of presentations, they know no one likes developer interviews, but hopefully it's good. We'll see.
And then we got, oh man, we've got Jay Schlatt, the Minecraft master. Oh my, he's cut off his finger. Is that okay? I don't know. Okay, all right, who else do we have? And oh, there he is, the classic WoW god, S-Fan TV. And he's gonna be helping us, giving us a little bit of commentary. How you doing? He's so forward and get Variety Gamers great, and which ones are even better. So anyway, over to the Variety Gamers.
Thank you so much, Zach. It is me, NMPLOL, here with the Variety Gaming panel. We have assembled some of the best gamers ever on the planet. Everyone knows me. I'm NMP. I'm a 9-time Gladiator, 2-time Rank 1, all this sort of stuff. And let's go to Chance. How are you?
Hi, Soda Poppin', Chance here. 12-time Rank 1, multi-Rank 1 overall, gamer extraordinaire, popularizer of Among Us, veteran, 15-year streamer, made most people. Here to really kind of bring my insight and talk about some of these games and some of the great things about them. And over to my left, we've got...
Yeah, that's really cool, Chance. Hi, everybody. I'm Seer. I'm actually a triple platinum rank 1 gas station simulator champion. Also won an Oscar for Best City Skylines. And absolutely rolled Soda Poppin' at Warcraft 3 Soccer, which I won a Peace Prize for. Bruce?
See, all that sounds good, but to me it just sounds like baloney. Pro Telltale Gamer here, Bruce, drop them off. I'm here to give my insight on some of these games. I heard we got a great list, so I'm ready. I'm excited. Back to Nick.
All right, we are the Variety Gamers, here to give some of the best insight that we can possibly give. So back to you, Zach.
Thanks a lot, Nick, and I can't wait to hear what invaluable, incredible, and very insightful commentary they're going to be providing today. But also, we have a lot of people involved, but I want to talk to you all about how you guys, the chat, are going to be helping. On top of that, they're going to tell to be here. It's going to help me host this, Rich Campbell.
Man, I'm amazed to be here as well, and I'm sure they're all amazed to hear my voice. They're used to only hearing it when you're engaged. You can grab one right now for 10% off. If category for the action games, it should be something very interesting for all of you. As somebody who watches Twitch, you're used to watching bottom feeders talk, but now we're gonna watch bottom feeders fight. It's Prima Studios' brand new game, Knights of the Deep.
I mean, at least I've heard of the studio before. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's a meme game. I'll pass. Yeah, no.
Honestly, I'm pretty excited to play that game.
Start.
Yeah, I think that you're definitely right. With the crabs, the bottom feeders, I think we'll fit right in.
I don't think anybody believes Asmongold when he says he's excited to play that game. He plays like 2 games. Maybe 3 if he's playing Diablo Immortal.
And yeah, I have to say, guys, I thought we'd start off with this game just to give you a little bit of an idea of what we're going to be looking at here and the kind of things that we're going to be able to see. I'm actually really excited to see something like this because it's the same type of like battle royale type thing.
Ready?
Three of us have had plenty of crabs in our life. We've had them as pets. We eat them. We love them. We love just everything about fighting. And Chance, how you feel about that game?
You know, all jokes aside, that game actually looks really fun. You know, it looks goofy, it looks ridiculous, it's crazy.
Oh my god.
Shields, there's classes, it seems like there's serious mechanics
Oh, yeah.
lined up with the stupidity of it being crabs, but it looks fun.
Yeah. Also,
I
lobsters.
can't tell if you're memeing or if this is just like
Crustaceans.
real.
I think.
Seer?
You're so smart, dude. I tell you what, I would likely roll each and every single one of you at that game. Yeah.
Wow.
So, what do you think?
I don't think that's true at all,
Oh, yeah.
but I will tell you what I think about the game. I love the creative jump on the game. They did a really good job with their creativity and taking a jump off the, you know, creative ledge that you don't really see often, and I like it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good game.
Which
Looks pretty good.
which crab do you think you guys would
Okay,
use?
first, you would not beat me.
Yeah, it would be so easy.
No, it wouldn't.
You actually are not that good at games. So, that's just my hot take.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much for your insight, guys. And back to you, Rich.
Such a loser.
Thank you so much, Nick. It was great to listen to all the handsome guys on the panel and you. But everybody, if you want to check out Knights of the Deep, you can add it to your Steam wish list right now. And also, if it's a game that you think you like,
Okay,
you can do this
not to
throughout the
be a
day.
dick,
You can hop in Discord
but
and you can
WePlay
react.
spent like tens of thousands, if not $100,000 on this studio, and they couldn't get them a fucking teleprompter. He has to read off an iPad.
To the next game. It's from Neo Interactive, and it's called Samurai Zero.
It looks somewhat decent.
Select your samurai. Right. Luna.
Even in the darkness of night, the moon is always shining.
Or elimination. One of the two.
Wait, is it PvP or not? It looks like it's PvP, but there's quick time events.
All right, I love how that one looks, but I'm very excited because Asmin is with the lead producer of the game right now, Ethos,
Why?
so we can find out more.
You don't want to hear about the producer.
everything Samurai Zero.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing? Samurai Zero. It's a multiplayer game, multiplayer PvP focused game. It's a third person. We're labeling it technically a tactical action hack and slash game, but that's too much. So we just say, okay, whatever. We're just gonna call it a fighting game.
Yeah.
And so it has this really cool layer where basically the world takes place in this science fantasy universe called Edo, which is basically inspired by Japanese.
I
Age of the
just don't
Samurai, a
care.
little mix of little sci-fi and cyberpunk.
I think that, yeah, that's badass, man. Yeah, the entire, just like the aesthetic of it is great. And you're talking about like having it in 3D, and I'm curious why you decided to go, because most fighting games are all in 2D, and what made you want to go with 3D in this game?
Well, actually, what you just said is basically the answer. A lot of fighting games are in 2D, so we wanted to mix it up and try something a little bit different. So we created a 3D game, and a lot of the like advanced mechanics that the game has, whether it's like the advanced movement, where you can like wall run and you can dash, and whether you're doing the combat, which is all precision focused. I think our game's pretty unique in the fact that we actually don't have a lot of aim assist in the game and a lot of targeting systems. A lot of it's very precision based, so it's a lot of like actually landing your hits, and we do this thanks to using the PC as our main platform. We actually have a lot of control with your camera and where your character aims using the mouse, so creates a really unique, different take for fighting games, I think.
Yeah, if
Unless
that's
it's
the case, I think some people could even almost use it as an aim trainer, the way you describe it. Yeah, that's really cool. And I think that fighting games, one of the most important things about them is kind of how they feel to play. And when will people be able to really get an opportunity to actually feel how Samurai Zero plays?
Sure, yeah. So right now, what we have is, or actually, I should say, last year around this time, we had a play test already. So people were able to get a little bit of taste of 1v1 with one of our characters, Ryder, which is a robot you saw in the trailer. He's a robot samurai, so it's pretty cool. Yeah. And the newest character, Luna, which we showed in this trailer, as well as a brand new map, which was Tower, and a bunch of brand new mechanics and features that we brought to the game within that time. We'll be showing to our Patreon people later, early next month, and then also later this year, we're going to be doing a full public play test where players will be able to get their hands on and try it themselves.
That sounds awesome, man. Yeah, I haven't really played a fighting game like this pretty much ever before, so I'm really excited to see where this game goes. And
you've only played 3 games. Of course, you haven't played a game like this before.
Oh no, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And if any of you guys want to add Samurai Zero to your Steam wish list, you can go ahead and do that now. But we're going to be on to the next game.
Yeah, let's hop right into it. The next one is coming from South Games, and this game is called S-Proxy.
Okay, this actually looks like a game I might play. What's that game called? Hotline Miami? But with bullet time, I guess? They can cut out the car scenes, they kind of look trash though. June 23rd. Oh, that's actually soon. At least this presentation has like games that are actually releasing.
That was the first game that we actually got to look at today that had a release date attached to it. If you missed it, it's coming out June 23rd, so you can jump in and play. And if you want to right now, if you want to make sure that you don't miss the date, I'm terrible with calendars as well, you can add it to your Steam wish list.
There's already a demo
you can
too.
check out an early download demo. So that's for S-Proxy. You can hop on Steam and check that out right now. But we're going to be taking a look at our first racing game of the day. It's from Axe and Gray Studios, and it's called Neo Dash.
Unless it's Road Rash, I think I'll pass. Maybe. This actually looks kind of good. Oh, it's just Trackmania.
All right, that one got my blood pumping a little bit. You can add it to your Steam wish list right now. And we got one more game left in this category. This one's coming from Angry Demon Studio. And I actually found this one on Asmon's wish list. He tends to like the furrier protagonist. It's Gory Cuddly Carnage.
Day 243 in orbit.
Every morning is a blank canvas. Time to chase the dream and
Error. Inspirational quote 542 not found.
What the f was that?
Breach. Oh, breach. There's definitely a breach.
How are we supposed to get back to Earth? Wait a minute. What the f are you doing in the airlock? Serious? Now you just wait a minute there, pal. Let's talk about snip. Come on, you want some nice snip, bud? Game face on.
Gory.
The perfect pet. It's coming time, you mother.
I'm kind of fun on that one. It kind of looks good, but I don't know if my expectations are just so low that like everything looks decent.
Man, that little guy's really not kidding around. But we had in the action category, we had lobsters, we had cats doing whatever Gory was doing there, we had samurais, we had racing games, we had just about everything. Asmund, what'd you think of the action section?
Honestly, man, like I've seen that trailer like 3 or 4 times now, and I think every single time I like it even more. It's like the fact that they had an actual like they have a track, like a song for it on top of that is just really, really cool. And obviously, guys, we've got 2 other gaming experts, gaming wizards here. We've got Mizkif and Schlatt.
Hello.
Schlatt, what'd you think of it?
You know what, Asmund? I am super happy we're finally getting a game about murdering crabs and lobsters, so I can stop doing it in real life.
Mizkif, what do you think?
Well, honestly, that Cuddly Carnage game that we just saw, I actually love that game. I think it is a super unique game that you don't really see often. I love the dubstep that they played. I thought that was honestly amazing. The game reminds me of somebody who doodled that in like 6th grade, and then all of a sudden this game became a reality.
It became a reality, yeah. Like after they got watching a little bit too much Invader Zim, and they just get too crazy.
Some edgy kid with a notebook and a dream.
Yep, and now it's a game. I think it's awesome. And the other game that I really want to talk about a lot is Neo Dash. Like straight up, like that is so cool.
That trailer.
The reason why I like it, it's like you watch the game and it's like hypnotic. There were like games in GameCube that were like this. It reminded me of like the old school essence of like F-Zero or something. And I think it's just such a cool looking, visually appealing game.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of, what does it remind me of? It reminds me of those like old school GameCube games that I used to really enjoy. And this is the kind of game I feel like where I could just get lost for a few hours, sit there and just drive around the track, super colorful, and just enjoy the music. It's very nice.
It's what I like about it is it strikes me as one of those games where
it's definitely like the best looking one of them. I just don't think driving games are for me. So I think if you like Trackmania, you'll love it. But other than that, I don't know who else would want to play this.
I'm sure there's going to be some crazy tracks to challenge yourself on it.
What's your favorite game you've seen so far?
Honestly, probably the lobster one. You know what I feel like with the lobsters when it comes to that? You know what must have happened? But you know what they got?
I perfectly iframed through every single attack that boss did. Like, let's be honest, I did. I avoided every single thing perfectly. What the fuck?
No.
Is this the lobster?
What is this? No, it's. Listen, guys.
Wait.
Guns.
I absolutely love this game. I think it is very funny and unique. I think I love when developers always try to make things fun and interesting. Their trailer was fun.
Like
I like the
this game you're going to be played for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then you're going to get bored of the gimmick, and then you're never going to play it again.
You always see those lobsters at like the seafood restaurants. Where are they? Where do they put the lobsters? Asmund, where do they put the lobsters?
Well, don't they go in the ocean?
No, they have them in crane machines.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, you haven't seen
like
the lobsters?
a toy, and they have a.
You've never been. You're telling me you've never been to a seafood restaurant?
I've never been. So
where
like
they have lobsters in a crane
that
game underwater.
It grabs up the crawly boy.
Yes, and then
they
you
put them in the box.
No, if you win the lobster at the seafood restaurant, you eat it. Now imagine the life of that kind of crustacean, who's been submerged in a little toy box. A crane poking at him every day. That's who I think is in this game. I think they took him right from the crane game. Imagine that.
So they get taken from the crane game, they get put in this.
And that's why they want to fight.
I feel like that's the kind of game that's like it's going to be a really good stream game because of how absolutely ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, off the wall. You got a lobster with a flamethrower. You got a lobster with a sniper rifle, a crab with a gun.
Yep, and you know what that game reminds me a lot of?
What's that?
Crabs Fighting Crabs reminds me a lot of when Rich did a subathon in my closet.
Yeah, I don't know if Rich is crying or laughing. Let's go over to Rich and we'll move on. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you, Aspen.
Absolutely.
What a time of memories that was. It was like a whole new realm of reality being in Mizkif's closet for that subathon. And this next genre brings you to new realities as well, kind of like being in Mizkif's closet. Folks, get ready. It's time for an adventure. Folks, adventure games have a huge legacy, and these games are looking to continue that legacy. The first one is from Otk Games Inc., and it's called Ardo.
Well, thanks for the likes, Brooklyn. No, I just feel like indie games, like, the art style is always so cool, but it's like, do I really want to play this for like 5 or 10 hours?
Well, Ardo definitely has a style unlike any of the games that we've seen so far today, and also it's an open world game, which I did not mention before we dove in. If it looks cool to you, good news, you can play it early. You can download the demo right now on Steam. You can also add it to your wish list for when it comes out. I just want to remind everybody at home, any of these games that you like, you can hop into the Discord, you can react to the games that you like the most, and it's going to give them a chance to win that grant that Asmon's going to be awarding at the end of the show. We got $50,000 and a beautiful PC, a Razer PC powered by Intel that the winners will be getting as well to continue developing their games and any future games, which they do make. But let's hop into the next one. This one comes from
cool.
Dapper Dog Digital.
Kind of weird to give them a PC, though.
Biogun.
It's time to get to work, Beck.
So bad at these type of games. I always get so lost in the freaking Metrovanias.
To be completely honest, that one reminds me of Mizkif's Closet as well. That one is also a Metroidvania. You can add it to your Steam wish list, and there's a demo available. So that is another game that you will be able to play today. I love Metroidvanias. The progression in them is always very enjoyable. And our next one is a roguelike. It's the first roguelike that we've taken a look at today. It's from Stroll Art Studios, and it's called Below the Stone.
It really reminds me of the Stardew Valley, the mine. The whole mining the walls for resources to upgrade your stuff.
Rocks. And Below the Stone is one of those games where I know Asmon pretty well. This is the type of art style that I think really resonates with us. Anytime that you get to see a game with that pixel art, kind of brings you back. You start to remember some of the memories. So for Below the Stone, you can actually already add it to your Steam wishlist. But when we're talking about that art style, I know I want to learn a little bit more. Luckily, Asmon is going to be
98.
Nope.
I didn't. And just yeah, very contact. How we
shit, dude.
Yeah, these and you can actually like use that gear to progress further in the game. You can wear this stuff.
That's
like,
how
so,
roguelites work.
Oh, I know. Completely new kind of adventure every time you go down.
Okay, so yeah, like you go down, you have no idea what's going on. It kind of almost reminds me of a game like Rust, you know, like a super high stakes game. And if you get killed, you lose all your stuff. And I know how crushing that is, but it's also like really, really intense. I think back like things like games I played on that like 2 years ago, I still remember them. So I'm really excited. And if people want to enjoy your project, and they want to support it, where can they go?
Well, they can go to belowthestone.com.
Okay.
We got a Discord. I'm going to be sitting in the voice channel after this. You know, if you want to, you know, wishlist the stream, great. Wishlist the stream, guys. But also wishlist Below the Stone on Steam. But yeah, I also want to say hi to everyone in chat. You know, I wanted to say hi for a long time, but.
All right, yeah.
The one good
Thanks a
thing
lot
about
for coming on,
seeing
man.
dev
Yeah, the
interviews
game
is
looks
like
really
you
cool,
can have
exciting,
nervous hair,
and
but their voice
I like how it's a
way
new take on the whole roguelike thing, especially with a graphic style that I think a lot of other people kind of around our age resonate with really well. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And yeah, again, guys, if you want to add Below the Stone to your Steam wish list, go on ahead. And again, I want to say that whenever we're doing these games, make sure that you go on to Discord. If you all want to vote on the games that you like the most for this developmental grant money to go to, please go ahead and do that and use the Discord, and you guys can vote whenever you want. But anyway, we'll go back and look at some more games.
Yeah, definitely excited to do that, and I think it's really cool to hear that new take on roguelikes. You know, maybe you see overworld progression sometimes, but actually taking a risk, trying to push a little bit further. I'm definitely looking forward to checking that game out, but we have one more game left in the category. It's from Bedtime Digital Games. Let's take a look at Figment 2, Creed Valley.
What?
The chemtrails will kill us. Climate change won't affect me. I can still drive 'cause it's only my 5th beer.
This isn't going to help anyone.
Tigers make the greatest pets. Video games can't be musicals. Hey! Problems should be repressed. A silent fight is a wasted opportunity.
Okay, enough already.
Nobody knows all the trouble we see, but we're all firm beliefs, and someday we will be set free.
One more time from the top team.
You can add that to your Steam wish list right now, but let's talk about all the games that we actually saw in this category. I'm going to throw it up to the second best gamer in OTK, NMP LOL.
Okay, Rich, excuse me. If I'm not the first best, then who's the first best? Sorry, we're getting distracted here. Clearly, I'm the best gamer. We just saw a whole bunch of awesome adventure games. Ardo, Biogun, Below the Stone, Figment 2. I loved them all. Chance, what was your favorite?
That's not how we're supposed to do it.
We can.
Okay. Well, out of all of those, I was going to say Ardo was my favorite
Yeah,
initially.
perfect. Let's do it.
I like the hack
I
and
think
slash. The
Figment
colors
2
being
is probably
splashed
the
around
best
as you're
looking out
kinda
of them.
running through. You can see that it's like it's white and bland, but as your character moves on, it kind of unloads all those beautiful colors. But not also the combat looks fluid. It looks good. It looks like a really solid hack and slash, along with just looking gorgeous. But I'm a little torn because, you know, after hearing the dev with Below the Stone, that looks really good. You know, I like gear. Gear is so satisfying to receive. I don't know, maybe Ardo has it too, but I'm torn. You know, all the games look really good.
Yeah.
If I had to pick, I'd go with Ardo.
Seer, how'd you feel about Ardo?
So Ardo is absolutely beautiful. I love that it's got a riveting soundtrack as well. I'm somebody that, like, I need to have my headphones on. I want to feel like I'm inside that game. I want my ears being, you know, pounded by good riveting soundtrack.
Hey, yo.
But as Chance said, Below the Stone, you can craft your own gear after hearing the dev. It's like a survival hardcore roguelike.
You don't even know what he was talking about.
I don't think you know what he was. You're chatting, you know. I respect it though. I'm more of a like Creed Valley type of guy.
Yeah.
The
So
soundtrack, it sounds like a bedtime story that you never want to end, you know.
really.
Some cool shit.
So Creed Valley, Figment 2, that was your favorite one.
I say it's my favorite because of the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack makes you glue your eyes on the screen. Like it makes you want to pay attention to what's going to happen next. So
Yeah, it was cute. It was adorable. You know, Figment had some really. We're talking about Figment, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had some really cute music. You see the little scene where he's walking over the piano. It's very music driven.
Crisp
So-
animation, voice acting, and I look forward to winning.
There was literally
all of
no
these games as well.
voice acting. It was all a song.
Literally don't even know what you.
A lot of these are adventure games. You can't really beat other people in it.
I feel like y'all gaming time has passed. Everybody at this table is like 40 plus.
Bro, no, excuse me. Excuse me. I am really good at video games. Okay.
Like-
But no one asked, but my favorite game actually so far of the four is actually Below the Stone. Like Chance and the progression and just being able to, you know, get gear, craft gear. And then, you know, I just learned from the dev interview that, you know, if you die, you lose
all.
it.
You lose it all.
And that
Wait,
to me
then
is
how's
really,
it a
really, really
roguelike
exciting.
if
Yeah,
you
it was
lose
interesting to
all
see
of
his
your
take on the
gear?
roguelike, and I'll like to see how that plays out. But another game that did stand out, no one's mentioned, Biogun looks good. You know, it's got that Metroid feel that a lot of people tend to love.
Yeah.
And I look at some of the boss fights, which boss fights, in my opinion, are the most important part of these kind of games, and they look solid. You know, there's a little bullet hell kind of dodging here and there. Gameplay looks fun. I get some Super Meat Boy vibes, which is a solid platformer, just kind of based on the looks of it. I saw the clip of the doctor injecting the needle.
I mean,
you know,
I
so the
guess
theme of it
he's
is
square
also
like
awesome.
Super Meat Boy.
Music is good. Looks like a solid game.
Yeah,
Excited.
this game actually reminds me of an old school game like Mega Man, like back when
y'all was old.
Oh, you know, never mind.
Yeah, I think it's 43 or
He
something.
just proved my point.
So Bruce,
like,
how do you feel about Biogun there, huh?
I like it.
Yeah?
It reminds me of a computer lab game I used to play in 5th grade.
So about 45 years ago,
No,
yesterday.
I don't want to do quick math. That's kind
Okay.
of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, which game here is more likely to keep you up past 8 p.m.?
Well, okay. God. We're not going to turn this into making fun of me. Okay. I'm 27 years old. Okay. I'm young.
Did you die soon?
Okay. Guys, remember, chat, if you guys want to, you guys can vote for your favorite in Discord. Right now it's OTK Network Discord. Make sure you go in there and vote. Yeah, I think we're ready to get a quick sandwich, go to the bathroom.
Good job, Nick.
And yeah, we'll be right back after these commercials.
Gun, sniper rifle.
The hell is this?
Together now.
Hey, put your hands where I can see them.
No,
I'm gonna
you
shoot
don't
you.
believe.
What kind of people lived here?
We have to go now. Let's go. Two headshots. Now let's kill some zombies. Join us.
Oh, it's a fucking mobile
Games,
game.
It's none other than strategy. when we're actually looking at these strategy games, we have a huge list of very different types of games. So I'm excited to just peel through this category. The first one is unlike anything I've really ever seen before. Asman and I have spent a lot of time talking about this one. It's from Tucana Interactive, and it's called Dwarf Romantic.
I thought he said dwarf romantic. Okay, that's different. Kind of reminds me of a tabletop game I used to play.
That one looks really relaxing to play. I'm very excited to actually check it out. The first time that we watched that trailer with Asman, he actually turned to me and he went, "Wow, dude, look at that tree, dude. Wow."
It was cool.
It's a cool
game, man.
Yeah.
What can I say?
And you guys, you can play it right now. It's already available on Steam, so you can go ahead and download it. And the next game that we're going to be taking a look at, we have some surprises for this one. They're actually going to have an exclusive going on for everybody watching the Games Expo. But before we take a look at that, let's take a look at the trailer. It's from Phobia, and it's called Destiny's Divide.
A single warrior. A simple spell.
I was expecting a lot more
decision
card-based games.
can turn the tide of battle in the war of mortals and gods. Every move matters.
Oh, it's like straight up just a Hearthstone game. I'll pass.
Stand in the face of the storm.
I feel bad about companies who build deck building games like these. Like, their Hearthstone bad side out. It's gonna be real hard to get an audience.
I sentence you to death! Feel the sting of the alive! So too shall you be shattered against me. Embrace the power of Matar.
Oh, you even have the mana on your side, like Hearthstone.
Destiny's Divide. Coming soon.
It's out now. It's already like years too late.
Well, I absolutely love card games. You've probably seen me open packs on just about everybody's stream, but there's something about a card game and actually having the particle effects from a game as well that really gets me excited. And also, I'm excited for the exclusive that you guys will be able to grab. You can visit destinysdivide.com, and if you play at least one game, you are going to be able to grab a skin that is only available for the next 24 hours. And as I'm not sure if you've seen this yet, but it actually kind of looks like you in, I don't know, maybe a month or two from now.
Yeah, he's bald.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's just
this great
wish list to look at inside of the strategy category. This one's coming from Sunspear Games, and it's called Immortal Gates of Pyre.
this is going to be a hard sell. RTS, and
this is an awful
just looks
fight
like
for Santa.
blobs of stuff.
Got to get back into the protection, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough.
Spend his money on a Citadel. This could be a really good opportunity.
Four strikes coming down through the whole army. It's all Lone Stalkers. Now they're all dead. One more in the main, and there's no alloy coming in because there's Pete Sapari in the back of the base. There's nothing at all.
The Sapari.
Oh my god.
The Sapari
We're just going to snake it out at the last possible moment.
Oh my god.
I really wish RTS is made to come back, because when StarCraft 2 came out, it was like peak esports.
Getting to take a look at an RTS game definitely gets me very excited. I don't think I'd be standing in this arena right now if it wasn't for the RTS genre and everything that it did do for esports. So getting to look at a game following in that legacy, very, very inspiring. But we also get to talk to the game director, Coulter, and he is with Asmon right now. Let's hear about the RTS.
Hey, what's going on, Coulter? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to be on stream. What's up, chat?
It's good to have you here. I mean, honestly, it's been a long time since we had an RTS game come out. I mean, I'm sure you remember just as well as I do. Is New Command & Conquer every single year, a new Age of Empires. Now there's not a whole lot anymore. So what inspired you to make this game?
So we started right when the big dip in RTS being released happened, and it just, it basically came down to, we absolutely wanted to make a game you could share with your friends. Right, like smashing armies with a friend, seeing stuff blow up in that big spectacle way. That's something we tried to do, but people just kept bouncing off the difficulty curve. I mean, sometimes RTS is infamous for it, and that's something we set out to solve so that, like, you could share with your friends, or you could have fun in this genre in a way that you haven't been able to do before. So that's really what it was all about, and now we're seeing a renaissance. There are so many RTS games in development, some of them very big titles, and so we are
They need them successful.
working to redefine what RTS
I mean, I guess Age of
means
Empires
to
4
so many
was.
people who have felt excluded from the genre, while still delivering that hardcore competitive experience for people who want that.
Well, like, whenever you talk about like, differentiating yourself from like the other games, and like you're definitely right. Like, I think that was StarCraft, you have to have 180, 200 APM or something like that now. It's insane. It's crazy how high the skill gap gets with these RTS games. So what's different about Immortal versus a lot of these other strategy games? Like, can you get into a little bit of that?
Yeah, so during that time, early on in our development, we were really focused on, okay, how can we deliver that depth? We've seen other people attempt to make the genre more accessible, and they'll lose the magic in the process by oversimplifying. And so this was a massive effort to really see, okay, can we do this? Can we get the silver bullet we haven't seen before? And so this was really a community thing. We started as a team of modders. We added industry professionals as we went along, but ultimately we got that hardcore delivering experience with that much more fun, can jump into it. You only need to know 3 buttons to play Immortal and have fun.
Okay.
We let you get to the fun with 3 buttons, which is just completely unlike what's come before.
Yeah, that's definitely a great thing. I think that especially, like, I mean, even games like Age of Empires that seem like super simple, they become incredibly complex by how seriously the players make them and everything like that. And I guess I want to ask,
or A
so
attack
for strategy
is 2
fans,
buttons.
anybody like that, how can they support this project?
So the thing that they can do is tune into our Discord. We're in closed alpha right now. There are keys going out via the streamers that we work with and via our Twitter. So the Discord should be posted in the chat here. So jump in there, check out what's going on. And because we're that community-oriented company, we really want to get your feedback, your first impressions, and if you get a key, your first experiences.
You know, I think that makes a lot of sense, especially since you're a team of modders and everything. So you're very used to kind of taking something and then, you know, appreciating that feedback and that iteration. And so that's really great to hear. Thanks a lot for coming on, Culture. I really appreciate it, and good luck with the game.
Thank you.
I really hope it does well, but
I'm really happy to see these kinds of
RTSs
games, man.
are rough.
I am. Like, it's been a long time since we've had some strategy games come out, and it's nice to see them.
Yeah, and there's so many different like kind of subgenres inside of strategy.
Yeah, I think that's what's starting to happen at least. So yeah, guys, join the Discord if you want to be a fan of Immortal, and we'll go on to the next one.
Yeah, you talk about all the different subgenres that are going on inside of strategy. We're going to be taking a look right now at a tower defense. It's called Spirits of the Elements, and it's from Hippo Rider Games.
I think that's the one reason why I didn't like balloons too much, is because you couldn't actually make your maze. You just had to like use the layout they gave you.
Looking forward to taking more of a look at a tower defense as well to try to see, how many mobs are actually coming out at a time, how the game actually all comes together.
Oh, I think that looks really cool, especially the fact that you can change the lanes. There's not a lot of tower defense games that let you do that unless you go to like Warcraft 3 custom games or something like that. So yeah, I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's been a little while since we have seen a game like that.
Yeah.
We're going to take a deeper look soon. We're going to get to talk about these games, but we have one more inside of this genre, and it's from Tragsoft, and
It's
it
only
is called
$13.
Koromon.
I don't think I've ever actually beaten a Pokemon game before, so this isn't for me. Okay, that's smart to have randomizer modes. Wait, what?
Koromon is now available for download on Steam, so if you want to check
March
it out, you
31st,
can do just that.
like
But
2
I
months
want to
ago.
check out all of these games just a little bit more, and lucky for us, Asmon is standing by with Emeru and Tectone to talk about everything that we saw in strategy.
I mean, I'll have to say, I am, to be completely honest, like, I'm really excited for Immortal. Like, I think that game looks really cool, and as somebody who played a lot of StarCraft 2 whenever it first came out, and all RTS games from like the 2000s and the 90s, I am just super hyped about it. But what do you guys think? Amy, what do you think?
I think the game that stands out to me most is Spirits of the Elements. I've always been a big fan of TD games since I was a kid playing balloons in the computer lab, and I think that's something that separates good TD games from okay ones is visuals and sound effects, and there was a lot going on in that trailer that
It's
was
like
very
badass explosion.
Yeah, like it really draws you in.
Yeah, 100%. Tectone, what do you think?
When I came here, I wanted to see innovation and modernized version of the classics.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw. People have been saying that gaming's been dead for years. Today, I feel like a little bit of life was breathed into
Who's
the
been
whole
saying
gaming
that?
sphere.
Well, I think that's one of the best things about going and looking at a lot of these indie games is that people have like these ideas, and it can be small studios. You have games like Vampire Survivors, right? 1, 2 guys make this game. It's a massive hit. Everybody plays it, and that's really what we try to do with the whole event here. Is we try
The
to put a
best thing
spotlight
about
on games that
Vampire
we think
Survivors
are
is watching on Twitch and watching the bit rate go to hell, and it just is like huge square blocks because it can't keep up
I
with all the
played a
little
little bit
guys.
of balloons before, and I got to the expert stages, and I kept getting, I got my ass beat, I'm gonna be honest, and I stopped playing a game. I got so upset, and so I might try this one out too, just to see what it's like.
And like gameplay is super important to me, but like, dude, I'm 1 year older than NMP,
Yeah.
and that dude's been having a midlife crisis for about a decade now. So like, I'm not too worried about the gameplay anymore. I want to hear good soundtracks and art style. Ardo, oh my God, looked amazing. As well as Figment 2 looked beautiful, and the soundtrack of Beneath the Rock.
Yeah.
There's been some real good shit.
Yeah. I think the sound and everything like that does really make a big difference. Is that, like, especially like what Emmy you were talking about with like having the graphics and like the explosions, just having them be visually appealing. Like this stuff happens, it's on the screen, and just pops off. Like
it has
that's
to be
so
satisfying.
Yes,
Yeah.
like the visual appeal of Neo Dash 2, good lord.
Yeah.
It
Oh
looks
my.
beautiful.
I think this is really funny because like you probably sat up here, like we're talking about like just a certain amount of games, strategy games. Bro, you're bringing up all the games.
Oh yeah,
like,
dude, I'm
ready to
getting
talk about
sensory
this, huh?
overloaded. There's been so many bangers, man. I'm sorry.
I understand that. I feel the same way, man. Like I'm very, very excited. Especially as I said, especially the Immortal game, right? Like I see this and it reminds me of like, StarCraft 2. It gives me that same vibe. And I am just so excited to see that. Especially like I'm really curious to know like what do they mean about like making it easier to do, right? Like what's the micro in this game?
Yeah, I don't understand how you can have an
like, what's
RTS
it
with
really
3
about?
buttons.
And that's what I'm really curious about as well.
Yeah,
The only thing I'm worried about is they might
idea how
have
they're
gone a
gonna do
little
it. Was that open
too heavy
lane
on the
tower
StarCraft
defense?
inspiration.
I've never seen that, ever.
I have no idea. Yeah, I haven't played hardly any tower defense games at all, but I've done like I guess a little bit of the Warcraft 3 ones, and then also the balloons. And as I said, every single time I do it, I just try to make a bunch of the most powerful units, and then whenever that stops working, I usually rage quit the game. So I'm curious to see how far I'll go
You
with
have
this.
to try new strategies.
Yeah, that's the part where it doesn't work because I beat my head on the wall until I break through. You know, but there's some games that just don't let me do that. And I'm excited, especially whenever you have like these more off-the-wall solutions, because I think really what, Tecton, you were saying about like gaming being dead, right? What does that really mean? It means like the ideas that people have had for like, let's say 15 years for a game like tower defense, right? It's something that like for the first time, you think to yourself, you know what, maybe it doesn't actually have to play like that. Maybe, we don't need to have like established lanes. Maybe it doesn't need to do this exact thing. Same with
But that's not a new thing. You had it back in Warcraft 3 customs that you can make your lanes. That was like the
why
default.
try something new when you can already do what you know what works? But like, I think we've seen a lot of innovation tonight, 100%.
Oh, I'm very excited. I certainly am. Like I think I might try I'm probably gonna play that Elements game. I am. I think I'm gonna see what it's like. Yeah, absolutely. But guys, I want to say again, is that just make sure that you guys vote for the games that you guys enjoy a lot. We're going to have the Discord link again in chat. It's on the OTK Network Discord because, as I said before, $50,000 as well as some PCs, some Razer PCs powered by Intel are going to be provided for you all today and for these different studios that win. So anyway, I'm pretty much good. Hey, how do you guys feel about them?
Good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. Well, Rich, go on ahead. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this next genre. As somebody who's been told that he looks like Luigi his entire life, the next category definitely really does resonate with me. It's time for platformers. This next one also resonates with me as well because when you actually do look at how the controls work, the legs are going to be even more awkward than my jokes. It's Lockpickle's new game, Robochi.
So it's like Iron Bread and like that Squid Game.
I've always been a huge fan of games like Robotry, where you actually do have to overcome the movement. Played a lot of QWOP and games like that. So excited to see everything Robotry will bring to the table. You can add it to your Steam wishlist right now so you can see as soon as it is available. Now, the next game is unlike anything that we've seen yet today. It's from Biscuit Locker, and it's called the Catbox Paradox.
I feel like I'm just over like 8-bit graphics. It's been used so much in indie games, and I understand why, but like.
Actually got to hear the beginning of COVID Paradox right now. It's available for download on Steam, so if you want to check it out during the Games Expo, you can go ahead and do that before we take even this deeper look at what went into the development process and what the game's all about and what the goal actually was for making this game. Because like I said a little bit earlier, and actually get to check it out. We only have 3 games as well in the platformer category. So after we check out this interview, we're going to be jumping into the last one. And we have a few more genres as well. We're going to be back on the play here.
Cool, man. Interesting game. Especially in something like that before in the that.
Instantly, you know you're going to see a lot of streamers play it and they're going to freak out. Like, you'll even see the people who, you know, as much as they try, they stream, but they're not necessarily good at games. You know, like Quinn, I am currently better than him at Diablo. It's not a huge deal. But you know what is a huge deal? How great the Catbox Paradox does look.
And I'm really kind of curious.
No.
Yeah, like animation games together, and I don't know, it's like very nostalgic for me to see that, even though it's never really happened to me. It's just like, I remember how cool that was, and seeing 2 guys come together and do that after so many years is just very personal for me.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing to see, and also when you start to look at the mechanics of it as well, that simple mechanic has a lot of potential to really just change how the entire game does work. But we have one more game here in our platformers that we are going to be talking about, and for this one, I don't know what else to say besides the fact that my excitement is almost as huge as its creator's ego. This one is made by Mizkif, and it's called Unrooted.
Wait, really? Oh no, is it like Pogo stuck?
If you want to stay up to date with everything with this game, you can follow him on Twitter right now at UnrootedGame. And we're going to get to talk to the developer of the game just a little bit more, Mizkif. He's sitting with Asmon and Emaru right now. Let's hear about Unrooted.
Yeah, this game has actually been a passion project for the past 2 years. I'm actually kind of nervous about this because I know people have been asking about this game. I've gotten hundreds of Reddit posts. Asmon, is that really what you're going to look like when I'm shouting out my game?
Oh, no, I was thinking about something else, this one.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. So a lot of people have been asking about this game, and I'm super excited to finally talk about it. Basically how it happened is I was at an airport, and I was playing platformers. I've been playing platformers pretty much every day for the past few years. I love Jump King. I love other platformers.
You can tell if you're being
really
serious or not.
And I always wanted to be able to make one of these games. I always wanted to create one, and I thought the best way to do it was with my community. But it wasn't. Because what happened was I hired a bunch of people from my community, and they all lied about what their resumes were, and they actually couldn't do anything.
Oh yeah, I've done that before. Yeah.
So I had to rehire a bunch of people, and I was able to hire an amazing team from my community still. We have some crowd favorites, this girl named Courtney, she's in my chat right now, and we have Coaster Music as well, who made a lot of the music in the game. And it's just been a crazy project for the past 2 years. I never knew how expensive making a game really was.
So speaking of expensive, how many microtransactions are you going to have in the game?
Well, I was getting to that. So right now, you know, it's an expensive game. We will have NFTs available right after this.
Okay.
So if you guys want to follow the Unrooted Twitter, it is Unrooted Game on Twitter, I believe. But yeah, it's just a passion project that we've been working on. The artwork is fantastic.
So yeah, anyway,
So,
guys,
yeah,
Uprooted.
Asmund,
I
that
think
cat game. Cat game?
The cat, I like the cat game too. Like
yeah, cool
honestly,
platformer mechanics.
I think it was like a really cool like back and forth where you could go into black and white, and it was like life and death and all that kind of stuff. It was a really, really new idea that just completely changed everything.
Yeah, I like the
and
zero gravity stuff on the platforms.
Yeah, you go up in the air and you fly around. I mean, Miz, the Catbox game was good,
okay,
right?
no, it's actually his game.
Yeah, the Catbox game was very good. I like the devs. They're very nice. My devs are actually great too. But the cat game was fantastic. I love it. I think chat's going to love this one. It's very creative, and the devs working together, it's a very nice story.
It's a very nice story. I certainly like it a lot. And all right, okay, no memes. That's the first time I really saw the trailer. It actually looks pretty good, dude.
You right?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It actually looks good.
So
like,
we actually copied Ori and the Blind Forest because that game sold really well.
That's good because you just do something that somebody else does.
Yeah.
So it's like your stream.
Exactly. You're talking to me.
Hey!
I know you're going to react to this when you go home.
No, of course I will. Yeah, I'll be like, wow, that was a good joke. That was really funny there. Yeah, true. True myself. Exactly.
But yeah, chat, for any of these games that you guys see right now, you can head over to the Discord, which is, I believe, the OTK Discord. Go head over there. There is a panel or a place you can vote for all the games. Like Asmund said, first place gets $30,000. I believe second place gets $20,000, right?
Yep, and they both get a Razer PC that's got Intel inside of it too. Intel stuff is powered by Intel. I think that's a lot, especially, I mean, PC is getting a whole gaming PC now, especially, I don't know really how bad the clip shortage is now, but it's over $1,000. That's a lot of money. So for people that want to develop a game and actually render it and make it work the way they want, I think this is a tremendous bonus for them because you got to
I don't
keep
even know
in
how
mind,
many
like,
games
for every
do you have to render games? I thought that was just for like
developer, they're
animation
making
and
millions
stuff.
of dollars because they've got 18 different kinds of loot boxes in the game. I'm not thinking about anybody in particular, but any of that kind of stuff, you know, for every one of those, there's hundreds of people, thousands of people out there trying to just make a little game, something, just a little bit of something special, and that's what we really want to empower today and make happen. So I'm excited. I am. I think it's cool, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen with these other games.
Me too. I think these games are looking very good right now. And I also want to say thank you to chat. We are watching. Don't worry. Nick's refreshing live stream fails as we speak. We are seeing what you guys are saying, and the support is absolutely unreal. Thank you guys so much for being kind to every game and everybody on this stream. It is fantastic. So thank you.
Miskiff is farming hearts, so you download his game.
So it comes out winter 2022
Okay.
right now. There's an NFT available.
All right, so you can download that right now. You mint it right now. Put in your password. Do they need to put in their credit card now, or is that later?
You can put it in later. It's fine.
Okay, all right, that's
don't
great.
worry about it. PayPal works.
Okay, yeah, just direct to you.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
that's
of
okay
course.
with you.
All right, that makes sense. You know, for tax reasons and everything. Emmy, how excited on a scale of 1 to 10 are you to play Miskiff's game?
Like a 3. No, like a 10. It looks sick.
Wow, a 10. Oh my God, guys, that's so great. Wow.
I was fine with the 3. I was honestly okay with that. Just play the game. That's all I care about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's whatever.
Anyway, so yeah, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. And we're going to move on to our next section. But again, guys, I want to remind you just one last time, please make sure to vote in the Discord for the games that you like.
I'm actually kind of hopeful for Miskiff's game. Like, I believe in Miskiff's game way more than I believe in Doc's game. But I still don't know why, like, creators just don't, like, find a studio that's already small and just bankroll them. So you don't have to go to your community and try to find people who can actually do stuff and get scammed out of like thousands of dollars. Well, thank you.
Get Miskiff to stop talking, but we got a brand new category coming up. It's none other than one of OTK's favorites. It's time to take a look at party games. We have a whole bunch of games inside of this category, and we're looking at these right now, thinking about maybe playing them in OTK Game Night. The first one's coming from Chaotic Entertainment, and it is called Minigame Madness.
So is there like a board game where it's like Mario Party, or is it just like Uther Party? I think that's what it's called. Uther Party?
There is an early demo available for the game right now, so if you want to check it out and you can play it with a few other people you're watching the Games Expo with, you can find some people
just
to
looks
play
like
in
Uther
chat.
Party, I guess.
And for when the full release actually does come out, you can add that to your Steam wish list so you do not miss anything. But we're going to keep on moving, keep on checking out all of these party games. The next one's coming from a studio called Chua, and the game is called The Matriarch.
So do you have to do the tasks, or is it just to look like an NPC?
Did they add that? I did not see that when we watched the trailer.
So we watched these trailers before. It's new.
It's definitely new. And
Yeah, church sure has changed since last time I went. I don't remember the upside down crosses and satanic rituals. Looks a lot more fun.
Looks pretty fun to me, and if you guys want to make sure that you don't miss any of that fun, you can add it to your Steam wishlist right now for when the game is released. And let's take a look at the next one. This one is coming from Fireline Games. Let's take a look at Fuel Up. I could actually talk about that one all day. Very excited to see more. If you are, be sure to add it to your wish list so you don't miss anything. But there is also a download that is available for play today, so you can actually check it out and see it for yourself. And you're also going to see another game right now. This one's coming from RDBK Studios, and it is known as Renown.
Oh, this is going to be a meme game. Oh, again, maybe not. It looks like Medieval Simulator I was just playing. Wait, can you... So are these NPCs you're fighting or other people? Because if that's NPCs, this actually looks kind of cool. And do they attack your town?
I'm not sure if McConnell's watching right now, but that game seemed right up his alley.
Well, thanks for the likes.
I'm really excited about that game. That game looks really cool.
That actually looks really good.
It looks really cool. I guarantee you, whenever that comes out, me and McConnell are going to be building a castle together in that game. Oh my God, it's exciting. And we get to talk to these guys, right?
You get to right now.
Oh boy, I'm ready. Okay, all right, let's go. All right, Jesse, thank you very much for coming on and talking about the game Renown. I'm going to be honest, man.
No problem.
It looks fucking awesome. So, you guys, Rust came out, and it came out a while ago, but it's had like a massive renaissance. Everybody's been playing Rust nowadays.
Oh,
what made you want to
okay.
do basically medieval Rust?
Well, I mean, it started probably 8 years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
I went to RMIT, which is a school.
Okay, this
in
actually
Melbourne,
looks badass.
and I met Charlie, who is
If
the
it's
other
actually
co-founder
good.
of RDBK Studios. And it was actually the first conversation I had with him. He was explaining Rust to me, and it just sounded like the best game ever. I mean, I played it that night until the early hours of the morning, and from that moment, that game was just, for me, the best experience so far. And also at the same time, we were playing Chivalry Medieval Warfare. And in the same sort of vein, the combat system was just so intuitive. And as we played both these games religiously for years, we just kept talking about this medieval survival that, raiding with trebuchets and battering rams and incorporating a directional based combat system that it just eventually was so good of an idea we couldn't not make it. And then we finished school and we started, and from that point we just built a team, and they're just the most dedicated guys. Like it's unparalleled, the quality and speed we get through this stuff. It's fantastic.
I mean, the quality and the speed, that sounds good. When's it gonna come out, man?
Okay, so the timeline, I guess, from now to release is basically we've got Steam Next Fest happening on the 13th of June. So very, very soon, and we've got a combat demo that's free for people to play. So we implore you to come and give that a shot. It's just basically the combat version of the game. After that, maybe a month or two past that point, we've got Raid module, which is, if you imagine you took all the survival systems into a short sort of game mode, we're going to give that to our backers and testers to solidify those systems. It's basically like a small game where two teams fight together, they craft and build their castles and raid, and it's a way we can test all the systems in one place. From there, test and create the full survival game from that testing period for hopefully a release in early access maybe mid next year, we hope, but of course these things change, but we can't wait to get it in your hands, that's for sure.
How many people can be on the server? Like, because I think about like a medieval fight. I'm thinking like Kingdom of Heaven, Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of people there. How many?
Well, we're hoping to have 100 players on a server. I mean, we never really envisioned Renown to be this huge battles. Or as much as it's cool, I'm sure some people will make some servers where that's possible.
Yeah.
But for us, it was actually like a core like a little close-knit clan where you're
I think 100 is good. I don't think you want
hotspots,
thousands, because then the battles just become a huge
social
mess.
connections between smaller groups, which we want to capitalize on for sure.
So you have like those small, like, what are you thinking, like 8-man teams, something like that, 4 to 8-man teams?
Exactly, literally, that's exactly what we're balancing to. And then we're going to be hopefully doing weekly wipe cycles. We might go to bi-weekly, but we think for the replayability, a week works quite well.
Okay, so it's going to be like you're going back and forth,
It's
you're
just a
building
rough
up,
cycle.
you're getting busted back down, you do it all over again. Is that basically it? Okay,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's just so
I'm
disappointing that it's
excited.
so far away.
June,
Out of
what
all
was
the
it, 13th?
games that released today,
That's correct.
why
So
couldn't
Steam
this
Next
one be
Fest,
one?
free to play for anyone for about a week. So yeah, and also join our Discord and let us know what you think, because we really need that feedback. And yeah, we just love to know your thoughts, honestly.
Honestly, man, I'm really excited to see this game. So thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for sharing it.
No problem.
I'm really excited
Thank you
to see
so
where
much.
it's going to go.
Me too, me too. Thanks, thank you.
Absolutely. And guys, again, Renown, you guys can put it on your wish list now for
I feel like
Steam.
Asmongold kind of set him up a
we've
little
got
bit
two
by comparing
very
it to Kingdom of Heaven and Lord of the
gamers
Rings.
here. We have
Because there's no way a
S-Fan
small
TV,
studio is
and
going
we
to be
have
able to compete
Jay
with that.
Schlatt on to talk about these games. Schlatt, what do you think?
Thank you so much, Asmon. Hold on 1 second.
It looks good.
Shroud, you look so good right now, man.
Incredibly handsome.
And look, Asmon, I mean, look, you see a lot of these game genres that go back in time. This is one with Renown. I really feel like this is the perfect fit for it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think, I mean, Asmon, you and I were cut from the same cloth. We like knights, armor, big frickin' swords. I think Renown looks really, really exciting. You know, it's just one of those games.
I'm so excited. Like, I remember I first started playing Rust whenever they had that first server that we made on Twitch with everybody on it. And, like, I had such a good time. I would steal everybody's horse on that server. It was great. It was one of my favorite things to do. I would take a day off of stream just so I could run around and hide under somebody's base and break it down. But, like, this, it's like especially... No, really, that's what I did. I would steal those things. I'd run them back to my stable.
I remember. I was playing, I would log in, and I think the first time I encountered your stable, I was just running around like off the side of a beach or something, and I see this big house, and I open it, and there's just horses lined up, and everybody's getting their horses stolen. They have no idea where they're going, and it's just, Asmon literally has like 20 horses sitting in this stable, and just you're a horse thief. I mean, you were collecting mounts even in Rust.
And what were you gonna do with those horses, man?
Well, usually, like, I would... Honestly, the thing is that I had to build a bigger team because we employed one person just to feed all the horses.
Wow.
Yeah, like that. We turned this into an industry. So I'm really curious to see what I'm curious to see what this is going to be. Like, I look at the graphics, I look at the way the game plays, and it's like, I mean, I see chopping down trees. I'm thinking of, you know, just that new world late night experience sitting in the dark. And so I just am so excited to see this game. But there's a number of other ones as well. Like
there's so many good ones here.
Which ones you like?
Well, I mean, Fueled Up looks fantastic. Literally just overcooked in space. I mean, that's the better formula than that.
Yeah. Well, I think the big thing too is we'll just tell them the truth, guys. We need some stream content, you know, and we do our game nights every Wednesday. We do our Otk game nights every Wednesday, and we're looking at all these party games. And even when we were going through the trailers, we were like, dude, we got to play this one. We got to play this one. And I know, I mean, all these games really, but you mentioned Fueled Up, Minigame Madness, Matriarch. I mean, you name it. And even unfortunately, some things that we don't even get to show in the expo. There were just so many good submissions. We had to narrow it down for the sake of the show.
I mean, absolutely. And you guys see, we've got a lot of the really good ones here. And I have to say, I like Fueled Up too as well. Like, it was a lot like the, and especially the Otk game night. Like, I am so sick of you guys playing Gang Beasts and throwing me off the edge. I'm tired of this, man. Like, what's going on?
I want to play Gang Beasts. So far, I'd wanted to play Gang Beasts like every week because I basically just get to go harass Asmon, which is one of my favorite pastimes.
I literally throw me off the edge. It's like, I feel like Palpatine.
Imagine Minigame Madness in real life. If we had Otk game night in real life, had everyone in like Antarctica.
Yeah, and just pushing each other off cliffs.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah, why not?
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
No, I personally, I'd love to play Minigame Madness with Ludwig. Ludwig, you down, man?
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks, man. No. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got to say, like, I am so excited about this Renown game. I think that this type of survival game, especially like team-based survival games where it's like PvP and it's in a medieval setting, I am just so hyped up for that. So I might actually even play the combat demo because I think it's one of those games, like, especially with something like Renown, what really makes a game like that, you know, fun is you've got a 1 week, 2 week wipe cycle. So it's mainly about like building up and like the play experience on a day-to-day basis. So like making sure that that is like pristine, on point, precise, and fun to do. I think that if you do that, everything else just fits together.
I think fresh in any game, like whenever you get a chance to wipe it and go fresh and start from the beginning, is fun for everybody.
The thing I'm most
you have
curious
people
about is
that's just what they do. They just like going
actually
fresh.
able
And
to build
just
forts
from the beginning over and over and over again.
where you can like
there's people that were like,
make
oh,
it so it
I didn't
favors
do
you
well
based
on the
on
last
like
wipe,
stairwells and
these are
stuff
all my excuses,
because of the
these are all
swinging
my
of the
reasons,
swords.
But this time
If you can swing your sword the other way,
they're in the cycle, dude. They're in the
you
cycle.
should have the advantage in
I'm gonna
stairwells.
get all the sniper rifles this time. It's gonna be okay. But yeah, guys, listen, I gotta remind
But I doubt
y'all
it's going to be that
again,
complex.
Listen, go to the Discord, OTK Network Discord. There is $50,000 in grants, not pledges, grants.
It
that's
literally
gonna be
doesn't affect
received
me.
Before.
Mate,
Well, a very brave man who has managed to touch all of us and in shooters.
I guess you could give the money to the renowned devs and hope that it comes out sooner. It seems like it's the one that
I think
needs
I
the most
actually
help.
might be the bad guy in this next game. It's made
And
by
seems the most
Mobile
ambitious.
Games, and it's called Fashion Police Squad. That one looks great. Having a hair gun, I wish that existed in real life. But we're going to take a look at the
That'd
next
be
game.
helpful.
This one's from Dids, and it's called Project Sparrow.
This game is just going to be dominated by Hanzo mains. Wait, is this game already out that there's new maps? Literally never heard of it. Yeah, I'll pass.
Two very different games right now to kick off the shooters, but they do have one thing in common. You can play both of them right now. So when you actually do look at Fashion Police Squad, you can play the early demo. You can download that right now on Steam. But for Project Sparrow, you can download the entire game. So if you want to check them both out, you can head over to Steam and play them both today. But we're already starting to see shooters are going to have a pretty large variety. A lot of things falling under this umbrella. We got 2 more games to check out, but we're going to take a deep dive on Project Sparrow. Asmin is with the game
division.
Yeah. They always pick the worst games to do the deep dives.
Down a certain
Other than Renown.
Yeah. Project Sparrow.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, if I ever play that game, I cannot wait for like the like 7 people that I have that are under 18 that watch my stream to just like instantly kill me in it.
Yeah.
Like I just, yeah.
We're very similar. We both like playing shooters, but we're both terrible at them.
Yeah.
You agree?
So what?
Never mind. We got 2 more games left in the shooter category. Let's jump right in. This one comes from 2-Star Games, and this one's a little bit spooky. It's called Choo Choo Charles.
Right off the bat, I thought this game looked dumb as hell, but I think it kind of won me over.
Oh my god, well, that one is definitely a little bit scary, but I'm excited to talk about it just a little bit more. But we have one more game to look at. This one's completely different from Choo Choo Charles. This one's coming from Anvil Game Studios. It's called Hold Fast, Nations at War.
Do they really have to put hashtag ad in it? I feel like a Games Expo is kind of self-explanatory.
I want to sing. Yes.
The grenade's gonna glob over this fucking hill and we're all gonna die and I'm gonna laugh. Oh shit! Oh god! No!
Avoid the rockets at all costs.
Rocket!
SS ships is departed in 30 seconds. They might be out of range. Oh my god, get
Hey, how much is this game?
This is so amazing.
Oh, it's $20.
Triple kill grenade! Oh my god!
Come on, man, don't be afraid! Oh, be afraid! Cannibal! Cannibal! Oh, come on! Come on!
Not sure if you caught that, but that was XQC in the trailer. Pretty poggers. He might not know who I am, but I'm a very big fan. I consider myself a juicer.
Wait, there's a
if you guys
lot
do want
of
to check out
DLC for
Hold
this.
Fast, Nations at War, you can check it out right now on Steam. We're going to be talking a little bit more about it and everything that they are bringing to the game
Like
right now.
$75 is all the DLC.
I've watched him play this game, man. Like, whenever people get blown up and they flop around, oh my god, I love it. So yeah, I actually, you know what? This is the kind of game I actually might try. What I like about it a lot, and this is what my favorite thing is, is the how many people are around in the game and everything. But you know what? I don't really need to talk about what I like. Let's actually talk to the people, the producer here, Andrew Ferragia, I believe. Sorry if I messed up your name. Welcome.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
This
It's
game
fun,
is just, it's incredible. So you're going through different time periods, is that right?
Yeah, it is indeed. So, like with Hold Fast, it's a first and third person shooter, of course, based in the Napoleonic and Great War fronts. We designed the game like with 3-4 values in mind, right? The first being encouraging roleplay, as you can already see in the trailer. The second being promoting player-to-player interaction. I mean, we support over 150 players per server in the game. And that's all in one server, you know, like it's bloody madness, so to speak. And the third, of course, is placing community at the forefront. Like we truly believe that us being the creators, while the community is the creators.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I especially like the large scale of it, because I think that that's what really captures the essence of the, I mean, really just kind of the frenetic nature of a war battle, right? I mean, like, it's not something where everybody's just on, even sides and they're shooting at each other. There's crazy shit happening, things blowing up, nukes just appearing right in front of people. It's it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So the game's already out. Yeah, the game's already out. Where do you see things going from here?
So, of course, like with Holdfast, we have a lot more planned, right? We have the titles in the making, if that's something that you are also interested of. If you've been following our studio, of course. But we can also continue to support Holdfast for the coming years. I mean, we will never stop supporting it. There's a great community following the game, and we want to continue delivering, of course. We also have a very big release coming to the game's Napoleonic front in July and August, so please do look forward to that.
Okay. That's awesome. And if people, you're talking about supporting the players, well, what about the players want to support you? How can they do that?
Yeah, of course, they just can join us on discord.gg/holdfastgame. It's always lovely to see others enjoying what we've created, and you can, of course, just check the game out on Steam if you wish to play it. We're always happy to have you join us.
Can you have tanks in the game?
Tanks?
Yeah.
Maybe in another era, but that's an idea. Well, we can also bring tanks to the First World War, of course, because they existed,
I feel like tanks in the Revolutionary War wouldn't fit that well,
No, not specifically, but in the First World War, that's where the
I mean, you can have
tanks
like
happened, right? So that's
metal
where the evolution
ships
of
that are
tanks
kind of like
became,
tanks.
as landcrafts. So yeah, I think it would be indeed a good idea. If you want that to happen, we'll make it happen.
Yes, I want it to happen, absolutely.
Maybe next year, though, because this year is going to be bloody busy. So, next year, indeed.
I'll see you then. Thank you very much for coming on and talking about the game.
Yeah, very much.
Actually,
Thank you very
play
much.
it.
Thank you very much, Aslan. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, guys, Holdfast Nation at War, available to download now on Steam. You guys can play it right now. And honestly, I kind of want to try something like that out, especially the fact that they have an open mic and you can hear other people talking. That is, it's probably one of my favorite things about certain games. But we'll go back to Rich and we'll continue the show.
Origin hasn't played that game. That seems like a game right up his alley.
Into the game. It's funny that you do.
See how easy that was?
For you, yeah, man, it definitely was. And we got something very interesting planned for this one. I'm very excited to take a look at the trailer, and even more excited for what's coming next. But I'll let you see that just on the other side of this trailer. This one's coming from Winter Pixel Games, and it's called Rocketbot Royale.
Not bad.
This game seemed perfect for it, but we figured why wait until an OTK game night when we have everybody right here in this studio? Why not just have a little tournament right now? So ladies and gentlemen, you're going to Emeru and Mizkif. And then over on the side of Team Razor, we have your mother's favorite streamer. It's none other than Variety Gaming expert Seer, followed by Soda Poppin'. He made your streaming career, and now he's gonna make you pay. And of course, you.
Why?
It is time to send it up to.
They're off screening him.
That's actually impressive that they have so much shit set up in their studio, though.
What's this?
What are you doing, Rich? He's on it. Like what?
Match between Team Razor.
This is so long.
I think the phrase "it's just a game" is such a.
Don't touch me.
I'm sorry.
Not only did we get to watch that awesome fight between friends down there, we also got to see some awesome FPS games. We watched, we got to see Fashion Police Squad, Project Sparrow, Choo Choo Charles, Holdfast Nations at War. Which game stuck out to you guys?
How about you?
You know what I'm first. I want to hear your opinion.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to just You
feel like the fashion game fits you. You know, I thought that would be your favorite.
The fashion game was great. It was a 2D game. You know, it was fun, lighthearted.
Game using like
kinda
2D,
feel like the
art,
shooting-
so it's kind of cool. The art
Exactly.
style of the
Genre
game
is
stuck out
the
to me a lot.
weakest.
That's more a Finn's alleyway.
Which
Yeah,
is surprising.
I'm kind of into fashion. You know,
I've
I
seen
got
the
my
Burberry
best
store
shirt out.
in there. I like it. I like the graphics and I like the guns. The gameplay is just fluent.
Yeah. My favorite thing about this is actually the golden toilet, because the best time for me is when I'm able to use the bathroom and, recharge.
You ever used a bidet?
I used to.
Crazy.
Yeah, I used to, but I had to stop using it. I spent too much time on it.
Not a bidet guy myself, personally. See here?
A bidet change your life.
Nick, help me with the name, because I was down there preparing for battle. What's a choo-choo game?
Choo Choo Charles?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what
So
that game.
Choo Choo
Okay.
Charles is a game. It's actually like
I was watching that. That
It's
is
scary.
a game I will play.
I actually am I'm afraid of playing horror games.
What do you
So
think about the choo-choo with the spider legs, like running full
So
force?
when I was growing up, Thomas the Tank was like my thing growing up, and this
I can tell.
So you was one of those.
Yeah.
What is that?
I can. You can tell, can't you?
Yeah,
What
I could
Thomas?
He's a Thomas.
What do you mean? What's wrong with Thomas the Tank?
That's like one of the worst shows.
Yeah, it's
You're
just
kidding.
a personality trait.
So you're-
I'm more of a Chuggington type of guy.
I never even heard of that.
You see? Too old.
Okay, yeah, but so Choo Choo Charles, it's a scary train game. It's a FPS game. You can level up your train as you go, as you can see here.
So I love games where you basically build up the armor of the train,
Yeah.
and you also have to make sure the train keeps going, right?
I don't know, but you can.
It
pick
looks like
which way to
bad guys
go.
will get you if the train doesn't keep going.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how you win this. This might be one of those games where you're just surviving. As
I think
long
when
as
you get to
can.
Ohio, that's
Like a surviving tactic.
Yeah, a little note. There seems to be a navigation element to this game too. That's really interesting. The integration of map features is really fluid.
is that guy?
It seems compelling.
Yeah, this
no
this
idea.
train is horrifying. Like, look at it. That is
Yeah.
absolutely scary.
Any scary shooter game needs a good antagonist, and that thing is nightmare fuel.
Yep.
So I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
So, Finn, how'd you feel about Holdfast Nations at War?
Well, this game has been established and already has an incredible community. That's what I know about this game. I've spent hours watching gameplay videos, YouTube, all hilarious. The player interactions that game mixed with the combat environment is super good. So I love Holdfast.
Well, this is not Holdfast, but it's also a good game.
I felt about Holdfast. I'm not really a fan of beans on toast and shit like that.
Me neither.
Beans
You know?
on
It's
toast?
unacceptable.
But I like the game, It's a
Wait,
pretty cool
What do you
game.
mean
I
beans
feel like
on
it's
toast?
That's
It's
pretty
UK.
interesting.
Is that what they eat?
Beans on toast.
Surprisingly.
I think, yeah, that's
How do
Have
you guys?
you ever eaten beans on toast?
Absolutely not. I don't eat. No.
Okay.
I
Now-
don't even eat eggs.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that you would be good at any of these games?
Personally, and I mean this without no cap,
Okay.
I would be in the top 0.01% of every single one of these games. I am better than Shroud.
There you have it.
Fighting words.
Ooh.
Fighting words coming out of Nick.
Those are
You hear that,
fighting words.
Shroud's chat?
Yeah, he knows.
Yep.
I like Shrewd.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
So Finn, anything else you wanna add?
I'm talking about Project Sparrow as well. We haven't mentioned that one yet. The arena-based shooter, also looking pretty spicy. Anything that has to do with movement and projectile combat, I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And this game seems to have those elements. It's looking fun.
That's what I'm good at. Any game where it introduces FPS elements, you put me in that hot seat and guaranteed I'm going to be at the top of the charts. I've been playing FPS professionally for years.
I used to be a trick shotter, Black Ops 2, when I was like 12 years old. So I like the high rise, things that they could jump off of and also like spin around. I like seeing that. It's interesting to me.
Yeah.
I like it.
You want me to be completely honest? If I actually played this game, I am not good with arrows and projectiles. This is the one game that I actually wouldn't be in the top in. In fact, I would probably be the worst at this game. I just don't know how to like lead my shots and things like that. I'm just never really.
You're like that with guns as well in games, right?
So
Yeah.
you're more of a sit down and pee type of guy.
Yeah.
How do you?
There's nothing wrong with sitting down to pee.
I do it too.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm all for it.
Finn, how do you think you do at Project Sparrow?
I think I do great, Nick. I think I do super
Oh,
good. in that
Finn, I think that's
arena-based
their cameraman.
game, and I think I would 360 no-scope you, take you out of the game immediately.
And then it's beddy by time for Nick, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it right to bed.
It's roughly 6:30.
All right. Well, guys, Finn, anything else you want to add?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get back to Rich.
That was awkward.
Oh man, yeah. Thank you guys so much for whatever that was. So obviously, when we're here in this beautiful studio, I'm here with Tips Out, baby. By the way, when we're here in this beautiful studio, you see there are a lot of lights, and I want to give a big shout out for the sponsor that helped us keep.
Nope.
Sniper.
I really wish like mobile game ads actually just showed you what the game looked like. Or is it like that Tinder game where it was just like a
I love that trailer.
live action game that you just
you know, at that part
like choose
where
your own
it says,
adventure?
Leave your girl.
Well, I'm thinking, and guys, for those that do Windows, and to answer as check it out.
Enjoy. Gonna be.
I mean, I guess I could watch the ad for it, but I think the show is like 4 or 5 hours long, so I'm not sitting here all night.
Oh, never mind. We're not. I make what we do.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be honest, that trailer definitely took a turn that I did not see coming. You guys can actually check out the gameplay right now. There is a demo available for download, and you can put it on your Steam wish list so you can see all of the new developments for the game as they do arise. We're gonna hop into the next one. This one's coming from Randwork, and it's called Abyss.
So it's just a physics simulator.
The game is now available for download on Steam, and also it just seems like a very unique game. You actually get to build stuff just to destroy it. Have not seen many games like that before. Excited to check it out. And remember, if you do actually really love one of these games, you
I
can
feel like
go
if there was a campaign like
onto the
Polybridge,
OTK Network
it
Discord,
would just be a lot
and
more
you
fun.
can give a reaction
And just
to
as an
those
open
games
sandbox.
and help them win the $50,000 in grants and the Razer PC, which is powered by Intel, to help them in future game development or on the game that they're currently working on. We have another game inside of the simulation category coming up right now. This one comes from NCB Games, and it is called Steel Guardian.
I mean, it's cool to see that VR games are getting more advanced, but I don't feel like spending thousands of dollars for. I feel like in 10 years, VR will be cool.
Yeah, as you might have been able to tell, that game is inside of VR as well. Anytime I see a VR game, I start to think to myself that we might lose Seer for a little while, and now Tectone as well. We've also lost him to the VR quite a bit. You can check this one out for download now, though, and we will make sure that that link is in the chat so you can go download it right now and actually check out Steel Guardian. Now, Third Pie Studios has a brand new game as well that we're going to be checking out. This one is called Ages of Kataria.
Hello and welcome to Kataria. Ages of Kataria is a village story generator where you'll choose your own ancestry, expand your town, and watch over the villagers who live there. Your villagers will age over real-world weeks, experiencing glory and pain. As they live, your villagers will develop skills and personalities which will help them on adventures. Assign your villagers to collect resources that your village needs. Play mini-games around town to increase your villagers' skills and boost productivity. When they aren't developing the village, your villagers will embark on text-based adventures that add to their life story and leave lasting impacts. However, every story must come to an end. As they pass, their souls will enter your town's spirit tree, and their offspring leave a legacy as your town's history grows. Craft your town your way, built from a wide selection of buildings and props to design your town to your aesthetic. Customize each of your buildings in town and share it with your friends online. Change your villager's hairstyle and outfit. Trade for the resources you need online. Come set sail and enjoy Ages of Kataria.
The Spirit Tree definitely got me interested, and if you're interested, you can add it to your Steam wishlist right now. Now, with Ages of Kataria, there's a whole bunch more that I want to dive into, and really want to just learn more about the game. As you could see from that trailer, there are a whole bunch of different avenues of progression and a whole lot of moving parts. So, Asmon is standing by for an interview with the game's director.
No.
I have to
create our own.
Whenever
we're like there in spirit, right?
How big
are they brother and sister, or are they dating? Because they look
that you saw
very
is
similar.
like our final version of it. It's like the fullest it will get.
Okay, so it's
for right now.
It's a big boy.
They're gaming, they know each other.
That was perfect.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is the last is on.
I
Yeah.
with your
of Kataria, and I just keep thinking to myself, I want to build a big village, and I just want to build the biggest, baddest tree that I can as fast as possible. But that would mean I would have to kill off the whole village.
Jesus. Oh my God. Well, that's why I asked about how big the tree can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta know what it is. All right, Tectone, what did you think?
Dude, I love simulation games. You get to relive the pain of like the real world, but as a cute anime cat girl.
Yeah, exactly. Or like a leaf girl, apparently, in this story. Yeah,
that's cool.
For me, the game I really liked a lot was Steel Guardian, the VR game.
Yeah.
And like it didn't a lot of it.
As you're standing up. Oh,
Yeah.
And it's one. I was one of those kids that I would like to build up cars into. You have
Steel Guardian.
I feel like simulation kind of became the weakest
I liked a lot.
genre.
And my mom was
Took that spot from
I think
FPS.
how long? Like that's
honestly, this isn't even like the puzzle games.
And which is popular. I think we're about ready to go on to the next section with Rich, and we'll start it off.
Yep, let's do just that. This game, or this category rather, is going to have 4 games. And right now, we're going to be jumping into a brand new genre. This one is puzzles.
Oh, fuck me. I'm too stupid to play puzzles.
For the first puzzle game that we're going to be looking at right now, it is by Mythic Owl Studio, and this one is called Harmony's Odyssey.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the I Spy books. Well, thanks for the like, sir. Yeah, I feel like if I had more viewers, I'd play more puzzle games just so they could run me through the games and tell me what to do. Because like I just can't do puzzle games on my own. I'm too stupid for these. Oh fuck that. A 3D I Spy game.
I'm really interested in that one. I love the art style. It's cuter than Hassan when he gets mad at someone in chat. And when you actually do look at the gameplay, it's almost like a multi-dimensional Rubik's Cube, right? You're trying to actually get the buildings to come together.
I think that there might be something wrong with me because I always think about these like puzzle games and like especially the city building simulation games, and it's like how could I like make it to where like it drop people into like the lava?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the main thing I would think of. So that's about it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with you, man.
How does that work with the
I
puzzle
think
game
you're
you
fine.
just saw?
By the way, who are you hosting after this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So for the next one, we're going to head over to something made by Improx Games, and it's called The Last Cube.
God damn it.
I heard the people on Intel saying that it was just a game, but
Was that
I think
3
the
hours
phrase
or
"it's just a
something?
game" is such a weak mindset. You're okay with what happened? Coin Crew Games, and it is called Escape Academy.
I have 2 more hours of this? How the It was 8 hours long?
Waiting for a room full of memory gas is no place to
Okay,
relax.
7.5 hours. No, only 5 hours. So that's so long for an expo?
Impressive. I knew I
I
saw
got another
potential in you.
fucking 2 hours?
Ah, there you are.
We gotta start skipping through more stuff. This is too long.
Welcome to the academy.
Oh, another escape room game.
What's up? It's not the first time my art's been torn to shreds.
Greetings. Dishonesty has no place at the academy. Hey there! Enough water! They're already hydrated!
My star student.
Error.
What the hell have we gotten ourselves into?
Escape Academy!
I'm very excited for this one. I'm actually a huge escape room nerd. I love going through and doing them. I actually do them all the time with my buddy Will Neff. We do like one a week. So I'm going to be gifting this one to him on Steam when it comes out on July 14th. So if you guys do want to check it out, you want to make sure that you don't miss the release date. It's a little while away. Go ahead, go on to Steam and add it to your wish list so you actually do get notified when it's available. Looks like it has co-op and multiplayer as well, so maybe we can even play against each other. We got one more puzzle game left. This one is very relatable. It's from Insanity Core, and it's called Headless Jeff 3.
I feel like I can do this escape room game. I feel like I would be too stupid for this game. Well, I mean, I guess it's popular. There's already 2 more of them. Never heard of it though.
For Headless Jeff 3, there is actually a demo available for download right now, so you can check that out on Steam. I had a chance to play it a little bit earlier before we actually got the Games Expo started today, and it's a really cool game where you're actually dropping your head in different places so you can try to see what you're doing to complete the puzzle. To talk about that game and everything that we've seen in the puzzles, we're going to jump up right now to our professional variety gamers.
Skip through this stuff.
Chance.
I wish it wasn't so long because the interstitial segments are actually pretty funny.
These puzzles I have as well.
But it's just too long.
Like the fact that
really fun.
That was scary.
I really like.
Yeah.
That's what OTK is all about in these guys.
Absolutely. Hopefully he finds some success playing those puzzle games. Maybe other through. RPGs are definitely a pretty broad category, so we're just going to dive straight into the action. The first one's coming from Good Morning Games, and this one's called Nightcrawlers.
Wait, that name sounds familiar. What did they make? In games. Husband and wife in the studio. I mean, I see a job posting. I can't find the website though.
You can add Nightcrawlers to your Steam wish list right now. And as we actually do start to dive in a little bit deeper, we got another game coming from Rose Tinted Games. This one is called Gen Fanad. Generic fantasy
that's just
adventure.
a bad studio name. I can't even find the studio.
Companies are seeking profit at all costs. There is a shortage of labor. The board needed results fast. Having the internet design monsters proved challenging. People seemed to like cosmetics at first. Appealing to speedrunners, let's just forget that one. But then the new trailer rolled in. The Corporation for Licensed Heroics wants you to join our adventure. For those who think clicking on trees all day is relaxing, watch your every accomplishment be distilled down to a number, and then watch it go up slowly. An ever-expanding world for people who love to watch numbers go up. We keep discovering new areas that we were sure weren't there last week. A cozy adventure filled with plenty of side quests to distract you. But that's not all.
I thought
Spend dozens of
RuneScape
hours
was already
picking
remade.
just the right color shirt to wear. So many items
Like
you'll
they
run
came
out
out
of
with
bank
old school
space.
RuneScape.
Hundreds of hand-drawn monsters, all looking to kill you. Play alongside dozens of other adventurers. Join a world where most people stand around in banks all day. The corporation is seeking profit, and you are how you'll get it.
Mad.
That's perfect.
Yeah, the story of that one definitely spoke to me with a lot of the games that I've played over the years. We got a lot going on with the games inside of this genre. The next one is definitely going to be a curveball for a lot of you, and I'm particularly excited for this one. Let's take a look at Kinfire Chronicles.
Weird. When game trailers start off the series, I always feel like it's going to turn and just become a meme. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Tabletop game? Interesting.
As you can see, there's a lot going on there that's different than anything that we've seen so far today. I am very excited to dive into this because I want you guys to hear all about Incredible Dream and to hear about Kinfire Chronicles. Some of the people working on it made some of my favorite experiences in gaming, but I don't need to do the talking because we actually do have an interview right now. It's going to be Asmon sitting down with the CEO and co-founder and talking about everything that's going on.
Hey, how are you doing? Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much for
God damn, this made $2 million on Kickstarter.
CEO of what's it called? Incredible Dream. Am I right? Sorry, I almost messed that up. Jane Chung Hoffaker, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, yes it is. And so could you tell us a little bit about kind of your journey before this and like kind of what led you to starting this company and making everything happen?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So I've loved games all my life. I think everybody here can relate to that. And you know, I've met friends in games. I've escaped in games. I met my husband in games, and I've been in the game industry for about over 12 years now, professionally. And you know, some people may recognize. I've worked on. I was the executive producer for Arcane, which is the League of Legends animated series on Netflix.
I think everybody knows about that.
Thank you so much. We're very fortunate that it did pretty okay. I think overall, like, I've served my time working for these big gaming companies, and I helped build one. And you know, at some point, I finally thought, like, what if, right? And maybe that sounds familiar. I just thought, like, you know, what if we just went off and did our own thing? And so, you know, I co-founded Incredible Dream with some folks that I really liked. And we just really wanted to make a different kind of game, really based on the experiences that we've had playing D&D and board games and a bunch of other rich experiences that we've particularly had over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I bet. And whenever you talk about, like, you know, playing games over the years, there were a lot more games back in the day that it was a little bit harder to make a reality. And now it seems like almost anything is possible. But what you're doing is you're going back and making a tabletop game. And so what really is the, what is it, why? What's a tabletop game? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I think, like, if you guys are like me at all, then you probably spend a lot of hours in front of a screen for work or school, or you probably also spend.
I feel like tabletop games are bigger than they ever have been right now.
So my thinking is, like, really, when you meet with your friends in person, chances are they probably like games too. Yeah. Why not play games offline with them through tabletop, through board games, right? Like, Kinfire Chronicles is a really special. It's a different kind of social game that you really experience with others at the table. We have a card-based combat that really promotes, like, cooperative shared turns mechanics and really interesting different things that you don't really see even in video games today. We have a choose-your-own-adventure style narrative that you can play through and really kind of experience what people experience in D&D and sort of that shared theater of the mind.
Tells you the stories.
Yes, exactly. And it's so much more about you and your friends around the table than it is about, like, graphics or grinding or griefers.
So it's mainly a focus much more around the social elements of the games rather than the graphics or anything like that. It's just all about kind of how to make that experience that, you know, a lot of us grew up having, how to make that as authentic as possible.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, well, that's great. Well, how would somebody be able to support the project, and how would they be able to pick up Kinfire Chronicles?
Yeah, so we are going to be launching our Kickstarter on August 9th, and you can sign up right now on kinfirechronicles.com for exclusive sneak peeks, invites to join our playtest, as well as some special pricing. And we're going to make a version of our game available online to play virtually if you can't, find a copy of the game to play physically. And we're also going to make
Or you don't want to leave your house.
Or you don't want to leave your house. That's true. Can never tell. And yeah, so we're going to make this all available.
Incredible Dreams raised
go sign up
$2 million. A $2 million seed round to create a fantasy game series for tabletop gaming fans. Los Angeles-based studio is making a game called Kinfire Chronicles, and it is making its original fantasy world character. Blah 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 blah. Since she wants to modernize tabletop games, I mean they're already modernized. They're more popular than ever. In a record year for $12 billion, tabletop industry. So it seems like they got $2 million from investors, and then they're going to use Kickstarter to actually sell the game. Gotcha.
Kind of spreads out in a web almost, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's such a fun experience being able to create this journey with your friends at the table.
I gotcha.
Yeah, that and
you know, I am working on every single time I try to play something.
I'm gonna have to
probably
get
ban
through
me in
in
chat
like
for
20
saying
minutes.
this, but I'm kind of bad chesting IRL. This is E. Let's take a look at the Pale Beyond.
So you're looking a job, eh? Let me tell you what you're getting yourself into.
Oh, thank
We'll
God.
be sailing aboard the Temperance, a rescue vessel sent out to find our sister ship, lost in the ice. As my second in command, you'll be responsible for 24 crew members. Well, 36 if you count the sled dogs. I suggest you study the crew manifest, get to know everyone, and try to keep them on your side. It could save lives one day. God forbid the crew takes me or the ship. That'll leave you in charge. Life on the ice is cruel. Will you make the choices no one else can? Promise me you'll do right by the crew. Whatever it takes.
Oh, you're gonna have to eat your dog.
Let's just hope it doesn't come to that, shall we?
Let's just hope it's actually voice acted. I feel like indie games not being voice acted holds it back so much.
So, Asmund, I'm not sure. Have you actually gotten a chance to play or deep dive anything with Pale Beyond yet?
honestly, I haven't seen anything about it. And so this is, guys, this is Bellior's game. And a lot of people might not know this, but based off of that premise, it's actually very, very close to something that happened in real life. It was a ship that got caught in the Antarctic. They were trying to go all the way around the world. It got iced over.
You've never seen this game before, but you just happen to know this stuff off the top of your head.
Titanic.
No, it was.
I think they just recently found the sunken
it was
ship.
before that, and I think pretty much all of them survived. But it was a massive undertaking, and I think that's really cool to actually take something that actually kind of happened in history and then make it into a legitimate game.
Yeah, and also, you know, one of the things that I'm pretty excited about, you know, with Bellular, you kind
Yeah,
of
their
know
endurance
that the game's probably
sank in
going to have a
1950
very
and was just
different
found like a couple months
monetization
ago.
scheme than we've seen in other games recently.
I'll be curious, you know, like, what if it had, you know, a dozen different loot boxes? You
What's
know,
he gonna
just
do?
Play all the way into it, whatever. And
Your
I don't
move,
know.
Bellular.
I'm pretty sure he was wrong though. I'm pretty sure the people of their endurance, a bunch of them died. I think only a couple of them came back.
Aesthetic of, you know, going and being, you know, out on the sea
Endurance.
back in the 1700s or 1800s, where there's no cell phones, there's no GPS or anything like that. You're just out there surviving. And I, as somebody who's like, I've read some of these stories. That's how I know. I think it's badass.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Oh, no, okay. Never mind, I was wrong.
One of the cool
Everyone
things
of the
to do as
endurance
well
crew
be
was
to
alive
talk
after
to
20
Bellular
months.
sometime more
That's
about the
insane.
game. Maybe we get them on Allcraft or something soon and actually get to take a deeper look. But we do have some more games to look at as well, so let's take a look from a game coming from Gellyberry Studios. This one is called Ethereal Echoes of Yore.
It's an individual kill the housing. Okay, I thought this was a Diablo clone. Apparently I was wrong.
I'm really excited to unpack that one just a little bit more. It definitely, I can tell it draws a little bit of inspiration from one of the first games that really drew me into gaming, where Asmon actually, I think he's one of the only people who knows the story about just how much I loved it and how much I dived into it. And lucky for us, I see him smiling over there, but now we're going to throw the camera over there as well, because Asmon is ready for an interview with the lead designer from Ethereal Echoes of Yore.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Hi, pretty good. Hello, Asmon. Hey, chat. How are you guys?
It's been a while. I've saw this game over the past month or so, and I've had a lot of people bring it up to me, and it's pretty cool to see it actually here at the Games Expo. And really, what was your inspiration around making Ethereal?
So Ethereal, actually, we started working on Ethereal 8 years ago, and we'd kind of gotten tired of the current MMO scene because we felt like it was very cookie cutter, linear progression, you know, and we felt like the soul had been taken out of the genre in a way.
Yes.
So that's kind of how it started, and what we did is, being an engineering team, we just started we started to learn, and we just took our time with it and made sure we made all the core systems as they should be, and that's kind of how it just kept on growing. You know, we just wanted to create this immersive fantasy world.
So you have people that are building cities and different houses and buildings together, and you also have guild housing, because I remember whenever I first saw the trailer, I was like, oh, this is okay, you know, it's all right? But then whenever I saw everybody building stuff together, I was like, wow, this is really cool.
Okay. Yeah, so all the building since the servers are built up by these dynamic events, the player
about that, I want to have this. I want to have this that I played in that game. I think it was Genfanad that had it drew inspiration from RuneScape that talked about before.
Yeah.
So no, it's very, very cool to see that's kind of a focal point for a lot of these studios, for a lot of these developers, and I'm excited to see going forward what they come up with.
I'm kind of excited to see where this Ethereal game goes, because one thing that's really interesting to me, sometimes it's not a $1,000 Kickstarter. The content.
A couple of things I noted when you were doing your interview there. Great questions, by the way. He mentioned guilds. I heard building, which is pretty big. I noticed there was a healing DPS and I think a tank role, which I think is something I love in an MMO.
Yeah.
It seems like time is rewarded, which is pretty massive, and it's going to be ready in under a year.
It looks like that PvP in too.
I saw Arena.
Yeah, they had Arena and Battlegrounds.
I would have asked how many people on the server can a server have, because I love whenever you have thousands of people on a server, a lot of people on a server, and it's like a living, breathing world. I mean, we were
it's
all
an indie game though.
The servers are different. He mentioned how, you know, and of course, you know, you're gonna have one server that's probably min-maxed to oblivion.
Oh yeah.
Where every world boss dead instantly.
Yeah.
But of course, you're gonna have some servers that might be a little lower pop, more tight community base, and are gonna be way more unique. And so there's gonna be an attraction to all the servers, right?
Well, something that we've noticed in a lot of the games that we've played growing up is individual servers would have their own culture, and not every server was the same. So that's exactly what you're talking about. I think it's totally reasonable to think that's going to happen.
I had that happen. My original WoW server was full of a bunch of really nice people, and I never really fit in. Finally, I went over to Kel'Thuzad, and there was a bunch of assholes. I finally It was great, and so I think that's definitely true. And Soda, you're right about occasionally there are those servers where all of the
How you doing? So we are moving into the last category of the day, and this one, it's all world premieres, and I don't even think we've really teased it yet. We have some huge announcements that are going to be coming up in this last category. Let's kick it off. It's time for some exclusives. When we started OTK, we had one goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like now on to my told you.
I dedicate myself to lives beyond my own. I will embody humility and speak only truth. I vow to never be cruel, to forgive when asked, and pray mistakes be forgiven. I dedicate myself to courtesy and honor forevermore. This is the oath of a knight.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Lancelot is coming to Smite in
never
June
mind.
2022.
Don't care.
It is very soon.
I thought it was a new
is
game
June
mode.
2022.
Is One True God, and I'm super excited to announce my collab coming out later this month with Night Mode and Smite. Features two of my
Oh, fucking more Smite
For
shit.
Athena, what am I think
Please. No.
week off of that.
Smite.
We're going to be getting an exclusive look at this launch cinematic.
Rogues, we have a situation. We've saved the world countless times, but this is like nothing we've faced before.
Ooh, well, those look fun.
Please don't be a battle royale.
Rogue Company cannot let Jackal win.
You're not gonna do it. Oh, I am totally going to do
Is
it.
it like a class-based Counter-Strike game?
Good shooting. Boom! Nailed it.
Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Okay.
They have added so much new stuff since the beta, so if you did enjoy Rogue Company when you first got a chance to play in the beta, definitely check it out now. They have new maps, new rogues, everything that you would want. And on top of that, they are having a little bit of an event going on in-game for the official launch, and you're going to be able to get a bunch of free rewards if you do check it out. But Hi-Rez is really kicking it into high gear. We just saw a bunch of announcements from them, including Mizkif's new skin in Smite, but they have one more. It's going to be a brand new game. We're getting to look at it for the first time, and this one is called Divide Knockout.
What was that trailer?
And that is the first look that we've had at the game. It's a third-person physics brawler, and I believe we might actually get to check out some words from the devs. I've just been informed that we actually have a video from the devs to talk about it. It's not going to be a live interview with Asmon, so let's take a look at everything that the devs had to say about the process of actually making Divide Knockout.
Hi guys, my name is Alex.
I am Alex. Moi aussi c'est Alex.
And I'm not.
And we're from Red Bear Games, a new studio from Hi-Rez. Well, not that new. This is true. On se retrouve à Brighton and Atlanta to give you a first look at our brand new game.
Wait, you could speak English this whole time?
Oui. Now, let's check out the preview for our new game. Welcome to Divine Knockouts, a world of mythological multiplayer mayhem.
When making DKO, we asked the question,
what if
the gods were small.
And Brawl, a small brawl free-for-all. Whoa, did you just make that up? Divine Knockout is a third-person physics brawler. What the f*** is a physics brawler?
It's kind of a new thing. We made it up.
We were inspired by platform fighters, where you need to knock out your opponent out of the level, but we wanted you to experience it in third person, right in the middle of the action.
Kind of like how Smite took the 2D top-down MOBA and turned it into a 3D action MOBA.
Exactly, except we didn't stop there. We're bringing together third-person brawler combat.
And a vibrant, stylized world of gods and mythology, inspired by our game Smite.
This is a world with expressive characters, indestructible environments, full of hype moments, impactful abilities, big ults, playmaking moves, and close calls.
We wanted everyone, no matter your skill level, to be able to hop in and play.
The gods of DK each have a unique moveset, but we wanted to make it easy for all players to jump in. Each ability is mapped to a single button so you can feel powerful without having to memorize complex movesets.
But can a button mash?
Sure, you'll embarrass yourself and you won't win, but you can.
DK is all about timing, positioning, and moment-to-moment choices, not button complexity. So whether you're playing a hardcore 1v1 duel, or 3v3 experience that lets you adventure across different game modes and maps with your friends, we want you to be juggling foes, not struggling with controls.
Did you just try to rhyme foes with controls?
Ça sonne mieux en français.
DKO is launching on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC later this year.
But that's not all. We'll be supporting full crossplay and cross-progression on all platforms. That means that you can play with your friends on any platform and have your progress and purchases transfer, no matter where you're playing.
And even better, you won't need to wait long to play. Divine Knockout launches later this year, but you can sign up for Alpha today.
Head over to divineknockout.com to sign up for our Alpha and be one of the first to play.
And be sure to follow us at DK Game for more updates as we head into our launch later this year.
I mean, the one button thing is kind of interesting because I'm terrible at fighters, but...
You heard it from the devs. Alpha is available today, so you can check that out and maybe get a chance to play. Speaking of playing, I'm very excited for the next portion of our show because Asmon's actually going to be playing something and we might get to see him mauled out live on stage. We do have a trailer ready for this one as well, so we're going to watch... Did you know?
About what?
That you were going to play?
I knew I was going to play. I didn't know there was a trailer.
Yeah, I believe we get to actually look at the trailer right now, too.
Well, how about that?
Let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at Crowsworn.
So this is just getting in on the Hollow Knight type, since they haven't released the second game yet. It definitely looks like the most polished game, like the most indie game that could break mainstream out of all the ones we've seen so far.
Is it time? Is it finally time? Do I get to play this game? I can't hear anybody.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I absolutely can. How you doing?
Doing well. How you doing yourself?
I'm doing okay. All right, so we are here
awkward.
with Crowsworn, and my understanding is you have a boss fight planned out for me.
Yeah.
Well,
that's exactly it.
I expert in Elden Ring, and I beat all the Dark Souls games, and so we'll just get this out of the way. As you guys can see, moving around, I actually really like this a lot. It reminds me a lot of one of my favorite games, Bloodborne. I like the aesthetic of it, the shining, everything about it. It's really, really cool. So let's go ahead. We're going to take this boss down, beat his ass. I tried to do 1 attempt or 2 attempts, and then they said I couldn't try it because they wanted me to do it on screen. And so basically, like this. All right. So I go up there, and let's.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. So we're.
Wait, how are you supposed to dodge the ones coming from the top?
That was good.
Bro, I think the game's bugged.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to play like this?
Yeah. You're missing the farming component, but it's working.
Okay. All right. That's fine. I try it again. We're going to beat his ass. All right, here we go. So, is there like a cheat code I can use, or do I have to actually like?
Actually, the last demo update they sent you was literally the thing that took out the cheat codes.
Okay. That's not looking good. All right. So I jump over here, and then, man, bro, how do you? Okay, all right. Well, if I go right here, okay, good. And then go over there. Oh, I see. I know I did it right. Okay. And, all right. So I watch out.
Oh, yeah. You're also not using your healing, but that's cool. That's cool.
What button is that?
I don't know what it's mapped to on yours. Probably.
Let me see. Keyboard. Heal is A. Okay, heal is A. I got it. Okay. Let's. All right. Here we go. Let me try and heal. Okay, we're good. All right, guys. It's all right. I beat him right here. Here we go. Let's try this out. And there it is. Come on, fuck on. All right. Jump over here. And okay. All right. Jump over. All right. Good. Shit. Okay. Oh my, dude. How you avoid that? Oh my. All right, what if oh, it's in the middle. Okay, all right. I jump this, I jump
he's
this,
cleaning it
I
up too
jump.
much.
Okay, I jump over here. All right, what's he gonna do? What? Shit. Okay, all right, jumping.
Press A to heal.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
It's like I'm not gonna let this happen. Okay, so is this one of the hardest bosses, right? It's one of the hardest ones.
It's like, yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, all right, that's good. Yeah, see, I mean, it's one of the hardest ones, guys. Yeah, I'm not even worried about it. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take it seriously this time. So I run up on him, I hit him with the scythe, I jump over him, and then he does this bullshit where he jumps up, I go back down, I hit it, I jump away, he jumps right there, and then I'm here. See, there we go. All right, I jump. There's no way, bro. There's no way. Okay, all right, I got that one. Okay, all right, move out of that. Good. And then I jump, and I beat his ass. All right, there we go. Jump away. What's this? What? What is that? Like, I'm getting wombo comboed in the game. All right, just get. Okay, all right, jump. Okay, all right, jump.
Okay.
How do you know I was gonna jump there?
Yeah, you're also there's a dodge roll in this one too, so you're not using that one.
Oh yeah, I get it. Ads.
Just you play an experience, and then when you come out of that experience, you have like a story of what happened. Something the team does right now, one of our rituals is we do.
This actually is a pretty big announcement, I think.
The game is
company that's to introduce. Next announcement. We didn't really tease it or anything like that, but I have been so excited for it all day long. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited to introduce Notorious.
Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Cole.
And I'm John. And this is Notorious Studios.
We're a small game company that started last year, and we're trying to make a game.
What game are we making, John? I don't know what our game is.
Project Honor is a class-based online action RPG where you can go on adventures with your friends or on your own to get loot and resources to gear out your character.
The game is still really, really early, and we're still trying to figure a lot of things out. But really, the guiding star for us is class fantasy.
We want to sell that character and class fantasy through every single aspect of your gameplay. How you open a chest, you know, how you walk, how you talk, how you interact with different creatures and characters and stuff like that should be all through your class.
Other than class fantasy, another big pillar for us is player stories. A big compelling thing with games these days is just you play an experience, and then when you come out of that experience, you have like a story of what happened. Something the team does right now, one of our rituals, is we do this weekly Thursday play test. And we know when the game is doing well, when outside of the play test, everybody is just kind of talking about a cool story or a moment that happened, right? Yeah. And so that's really kind of what we're shooting for. The third pillar for us is we're building a new world. You know, a lot of us came from the World of Warcraft team, and so we're all really world builders.
You know, one of the coolest things about starting at the studio was starting everything, like literally even just the world, starting from nothing. And working in UE5 has really opened up a lot of really cool opportunities for us to block out spaces at large scale and small scale.
Allows us to kind of just try something and just, no, that doesn't work, throw it away, let's try this. Oh, that felt really cool. Cool, let's keep that. Let's take little snippets and nuggets that we like and then carry that stuff forward as we kind of mature the space or mature an area.
We want our world to feel like its own character.
Yep.
We want you to, you know, explore it and learn about it and defend yourself from it and benefit from it.
I wish I had some kind of skill. Like, I wish I could draw.
Senior Paladin, the People's Paladin, Grand Marshal, Scarab Lord, Gladiator, Esquire. I'm the acting CEO here at Notorious, and I'm incredibly, incredibly happy with the development of the project so far. I mean, really carrying out my vision for what this game is going to be and what this experience is going to be, because the reality of it is it's not just an experience.
What's this for?
I was just there's cameras.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tips, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer at OTK. I'm very excited to talk to you guys about our new partnership with Notorious Studios. Now, for those that don't know, Notorious started approximately 1 year ago. A collective of former Blizzard, Amazon Games, and other developers got together for the goal to create a brand new high fantasy virtual world experience. And as a longtime gamer and World of Warcraft player myself, I could not be more excited to work side by side with Chris Kaliki and the team to help deliver what we believe to be the future of high fantasy open world games. So the partnership between Notorious and OTK starts a little over a year ago when Chris Kaliki hit me up on Discord, wanted to talk to me a little bit about this new project he was working on. Now, Chris Kaliki, if you guys don't know, created the Monk class in World of Warcraft, longtime class designer on WoW. He's been there, for years and years and years. And as somebody that really enjoys playing Brewmaster Monk, I thought it was a tremendous opportunity to get to meet Chris, learn more about his project, and really just pay homage to somebody that's helped, create some awesome experiences in my life playing games. We're longtime MMORPG players. We're longtime high fantasy enjoyers. And what really makes Notorious special in our eyes is their origins, is their humble beginnings as originally an MMORPG guild, full of friends, cohorts, people that enjoyed spending time together, and over time decided they want to work together. Sounds a lot like OTK. So from their beginnings, it was clear that there was a lot of alignment between our organization and Notorious. And the more and more we talked about their game, their design philosophies, their intention for their studio, the more we realized that this is something we really want to be a part of and support.
I can't believe it. It's finally time. Chris, welcome to the show. I am just so astonished. Like we were, you guys came down to Austin like maybe 6 months ago, and we just started talking about this and getting into it. And I remember like we stayed until the place we went to, like they kicked us out. yeah, I am so excited. So yes, this is Chris Kaliki here with me from Notorious Studios, and we are going to be talking about the game that they've been creating over the past about year or so.
Yes, yeah. Thanks for having me, and man, this is really, I mean, this is epic, man. Like, this is like really cool, and
it's crazy, right?
And I come from a AAA background. A lot of people from our team come from a AAA background, but now that we're indie developers, I know like how hard it is to make a game from scratch, and then also how much work goes into like the announcements and trailers and all of that. And everybody here, all the other games I saw today were just so awesome, and I'm just jealous for our moment of when we can show actual gameplay footage of the game. And I just want to stress about how early it is and get this development of the game. It's kind of unusual for a studio to I think show concept art and show talk about the game this early, just because if you could just set expectations just so high or whatever, but a lot of us from the team, and me especially, just kind of see the value in involving the player in the game development process, and that's you guys and other influencers that I've talked through and interacted with through the years has been kind of my way to like connect to the player, and the best
we
games
talk on Discord.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the best games, I think, are involve the player throughout its whole development process. So we're trying some new things here, trying to going out there and being risky and kind of showing some of the stuff early. But yeah.
I mean, I'm sure SFan and Tips, you all went out to the studio yourselves, and you got a chance to take a look around. What do you think? How do you feel?
I thought it was absolutely incredible. I mean, just getting the chance to go out there, and I mean, Tip said it, in the video. We're fantasy enjoyers, right? And we're all.
I can't believe I said that.
Hey, we're enjoyers. That's what it is, and we're all cut from the same cloth. And really, from the first time we met, and I mean, you made a video really before Notorious and everything got started.
I reacted to it.
Maybe publicly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aswin reacted to it. But I remember watching that video, and I was like, this guy gets it. And it's not just you, but it's the whole culture at Notorious. It's all the same, and it was a perfect fit. It's exciting to see that you guys are looking at games the same way that we look at games, the same way that a lot of people look at games. And I mean, just getting to play test the game a little bit was an incredible experience. Even though it's it's just in the beginnings, it already has a lot of promise. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, you were there during what I talked about in the videos, like our weekly ritual of play testing the game and giving feedback, and yeah, I'm really happy that you and Rich were able to be a part of that. So,
yeah. Well, it was funny. We went, and I don't remember how long we play tested exactly. Maybe it was like an hour or so, maybe a couple hours. I don't remember, but we play tested for maybe an hour or two, and we sat there and talked, I think, for 4 hours, just talking to everybody on the team and just hearing what people's vision was, and gaming in general, and just how people look at games it was one of the most fun experiences I've had, and it was supposed to be working. So I don't know, maybe I was cheating it a little bit, but it was a lot of fun getting to play test the Warrior and stuff too.
Yeah. I know afterwards we just had like really long, several hour conversations, and you had a flight to catch, but I know Rich, he stayed around longer, and we had dinner, and man, Rich can just keep going and go. I don't know how Rich can just keep talking that much. It's just insane. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so much good feedback, and it really energized our team. One of the things that we loved about game development is, we have worked on a live game for a large part of our career. To be able to like get stuff out there and get feedback, it just energizes us and gets us going. So.
And we appreciate it. We're not always used to developers opening up their doors and working side by side with content creators to give collaboration and feedback and stuff like that. And so just to reemphasize, guys, we have officially partnered up with Notorious Studios. We're going to be helping them, collaborating with them, giving feedback on their new open world RPG game that they're currently working on. We're super excited. The second we heard about their philosophy when it came to class design, how they wanted the world to be, a main character, and so on and so forth, it just completely struck a chord with us.
100%.
And so
I just want to say thank you to Chris and the rest of the team at Notorious. We look forward to helping usher in the next generation of high fantasy and doing what we can to provide as much feedback as we can.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the game? Like kind of what it is, what it's not, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit about it in the video. I think it's challenging to talk specifics about what the game is because it's a lot of things are in flux.
For an MMO.
You know, we kind of view it as a new genre, and it's kind of. But some of the elements in the game, like we talked about in the game, is you know, I've worked most of my career as a class designer, and I love the RPG classes. I think it's just part of our zeitgeist, part of the culture. You know, there's like an elf emoji and all of this, and so it's like we're trying to take all those ideas of all these different classes, and that's really what the heart of the game is trying to think of, you know, what is the ultimate fantasy of a warrior, of a priest, of I'm trying to make sure, of a mage, you know, and everything comes around from that, and so you know everything springs from that, and so how they interact with the world, how they interact with each other, making sure they have very distinct differences, and so a mage won't play like a warrior, and a warrior won't play like a priest. And so, yeah, and, you know, we're spending a lot of work on, you know, making the different characters, you know, essentially the classes are like a character in our game. And so they have their own kind of character model, their own kind of aesthetic, their own gear, their own look. And so it's not something shared between them. And so, you know, it's expensive to do all of that, but we really think that, you know, we're always looking for a game that makes us feel more like the class that we resonate with. I think we all kind of play RPGs and have a class that we always try to play in every RPG, and so yeah, we're trying to like take that core idea and just drive it to its ultimate, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and you can stop me if I start saying too much, but I 100% felt that way, and I mean, we all have it, right? Like Asmund is the warrior guy, right? I play a paladin. I got to play test the warrior, like I said earlier, and just getting a chance to, I don't know if I was talking to John or Cole about this, but exactly what you said. I wanted to, when I'm playing a warrior, I want to feel like I'm playing a warrior, whether it's the gear that I'm wearing, the buttons I'm pressing, what the abilities do, and having that degree of tactility, right? That degree of tactility from whenever I press a button and it was the ball and chain skill. Can I talk about this a little bit?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
go for it. Yeah.
So there's and everything is a work in progress.
This is going to be a 3-minute thing, probably, right?
Like 30, 45 seconds.
Are you sure?
50.
Okay.
So there's an ability, right, with the ball and chain where you essentially throw out the chain, you hit the guy, and you pull him back, and having that sort of feeling of I'm throwing out a heavy ball of metal on a chain, and it hits that guy. And sort of like, boom, oh, what the heck just happened? And you get ripped forward. Having that sort of feeling in the game and the player experiencing that is a huge thing. And it really just harkens on what you were saying about feeling like you're playing the class that you're playing. So I love it. It's awesome.
And yeah, and like with the warrior, right, we kind of view him as just like a walking weapon, like he uses his body as a weapon, and so a lot of it allows for a lot of like different kind of experiences and abilities to spring and build off of that concept.
It's awesome.
So yeah, the one you're talking about here, and we're typing many different abilities and spells, and that's like one of my favorites.
Okay, I mean,
a lot of,
it's
like,
still going to be 3 or 4 years before this game comes out. I'm assuming this is the last one.
Things like that, right? And so we're playing around with a lot of different, lot of
as well grow, and you know, you guys want to win a custom PC? Go ahead, speak on PC.
Great, and wrestling
ability.
Jesus Christ!
Here's some cool stuff out, I think.
Oh, I felt like, yeah, 4 will be in 60 guys.
No.
I hope this really is the future of game development, because more so
Noise inspired us with these words many years ago, and it is.
I think this is absolutely, it's like a million.
My name is Ratika Hansen, and I'm a market development manager at Intel. Here.
Oh, Jesus.
This thing, and guys, we're going to be getting the winners of the giveaway in just a few minutes, voted on here by Discord. And until then, what do you feel like was like one of your favorite games?
Oh man, it's tough to pick. There were so many games that I really liked. Actually, this is kind of random, but Dwarf Romantic is not the type of game I typically play. But just pointing at me, say my game, say my game.
Yeah.
Do I get to do it? Can I hang out in your closet again? I love Mizkif's new game. It's what I've been looking
Of course.
We went twice.
Yeah,
games, which is a narrative strategy that I was super into. So I was.
We
very
had
excited
talked, like for anybody who doesn't know, we had actually talked to the development team, and not just Jane, but also her team as well. Game.
The other game that
I can't wait to do the whole thing. Yeah, I know it's gonna be great.
This is the.
It's so never like turns into like a cooking
play, which kind of crabs are just
eaten. I really looking at me like maybe a month ago, and I was like, you know, what is this? And I saw it coming up in a build time. Going to be first place is going to be getting $30,000 and a Razer PC powered by Intel, and second place, oh, yo, what?
You love that one?
Yes, dude. Neodash is getting second place.
Congratulations to Neodash.
Congratulations.
They're going to be grabbing $20,000, and as Asmin mentioned, they also are going to get
feel
the
like that
Razer
game
PC
needed any
powered
money.
by
It was like
Intel,
pretty much
so
done,
they can
right?
continue developing that game.
That was
and
like the
future
track mini
projects as
game.
well.
Absolutely, and I am so glad to see that. Congratulations so much to Neodash and everybody who made it possible. And thank you guys all so much for voting and being part of it.
Now, time to see who actually gets first place.
All right, here we go. Bro, like
Renown.
Yeah, I felt like that was
in
obvious.
The chat, probably telling them vote on this game. Like there is no way that's not what happened. Like that was a survival medieval game. So basically, like it's like Rust with swords, you know. And I think what really sold me on that game was whenever they had the whole siege happening,
with guns.
and they brought in like a a siege engine, and they were talking about trebuchets as well. Like I am just so excited to see where that game goes.
I saw people talking about it in chat long after we actually looked at it, and we got to deep dive that game quite a bit as well. It definitely looks like one. I'm not surprised at all that it managed to grab that first place grant, but all of the games today were fantastic, and Asmin, thank you.
For what?
Having me on.
What do you mean? You carried the show. You did amazing, man. It's a bit much. The Razer, it's time.
Yeah, so I mean, for like a first-time event, I feel like it was really good. There's a couple mishaps that were like easily overlooked. I feel like teleprompters.
Actually, you know what? I'll
and
be
the
in the
short
back
meet.
here.
Having
let's go for a
4.5
picture.
hours.
Why not? Thank you
was a
guys.
little
Go
much.
ahead, Tips.
And I say a few hiccups, and then another one happens. Okay, but I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be playing games. I didn't think this was going to be this long. I was kind of hoping to finish Hard Shark, but I'll be back